Well, hey, what's up, everyone? Glad you're here with us. We are D6 Stories. I'm using that because we still don't have a name for our group yet. But that'll come eventually. It'll come naturally when people start asking, who are you? Why are you here? What do you call yourselves? But we are at D6 Games in Rochester, Minnesota, and we are here gathering to go sit through the Storm King's Thunder together. And when I say we're going through the Storm King's Thunder, we're going through my version of Storm King's Thunder, which means if you're following along the book, you're like, well, it doesn't say that. Well, that's because I changed stuff. Because DM, right? We got DMs around the table. Yeah, they get that because the DM. Now, I'm Jeff. I am the... No, that's me. Let's go around the table and real quick introduce from this side over because these guys are chewing.
All right. I am Key, the Eric Cocker Druid, and my name is Mark.
My name is Luann. I play Adri, who is an Eladrin wizard, who's currently in winter.
Currently in winter.
I'm Daniel. I'm playing a Tabaxi rogue, hidden scratch.
No title today.
What just happened? Scratch didn't have a big long title today. All right. You feel okay, man?
Yeah.
He's been humbled.
There's been some humbling.
He's
I guess,
been
with the
depranked.
character. Yeah, maybe. All right.
I'm Rachel. I play Zatari, the Tiefling Bard.
I'm Mark. Or Mike.
It's not Mark.
It's Mike. And I play Sark, who is the half-orc forge cleric. I mean, that was almost a sarcasm right there.
Yeah. Mike and Mark. See, I'm not getting it.
No, he's not
Mike
Sark
is-
anymore, he's Psych.
Psych. That is the other side of it, yeah. It's either Psych or Mark. Yeah.
I am Colin, and I play Mushu, the lizard folk life cleric.
And I'm Dave, and I play Taman, the human/Asimar light cleric,
There you go.
not as opposed to his life.
Yeah, and right now, currently, they are floating across the sky in a cloud giant's wizard's tower. They have been sent on a mission to Tribor. They recently helped out a town called Nightstone that was also recovering from a cloud giant attack. They were a little concerned when this cloud giant showed up, but he's just kind of an eccentric feller that really likes the little folk. So he's helping them along the journey. He's been told by some forces in the beyond to give these guys a helping hand, and so they're traveling on their way to Tribor. They just recently ran into some cultists, that wanted to try to. Well, actually, you guys don't know what they were trying to do because they wanted to talk to the cloud giant. They didn't allow it, and push came to shove, and then shove came to slam and slash and burning and all the fun. And little behind the scenes look. Their DM forgot to tell them to level up last week. So that was a level 4 encounter that they encountered, but still, man, it's just fine. I mean, Taven went down, but I'm telling you, that was my favorite part of last week.
I mean, you only dropped like 6 guys on
The
it.
pile of bodies. We had so much fun. And if you'd been level 4, it would never happen. You know?
Well, I think it just would have happened a little bit later.
Maybe a little later. I don't know, man. You just step into the middle of them and then send out a blast of radiant light and. A little bit higher, you might have dropped them all.
I may as well have worn a sign that said, insert sword here for experience points.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well. Almost had a guy finally get the last word with you. Almost. Didn't really come out though. He tried, but he was.
He tried, but he died.
There was blood in his lungs, and he died, but he died. Yes. Okay, so they're currently these cultists show up on these vultures, and the vultures, having apparently no real dedication or love for their owners, are now eyeing the corpses. They don't seem to be too concerned with you, as long as you keep your distance. And we're coming out of that encounter, and I was told before we started streaming that Mushu in particular That's something you wanted to do slash say slash
Yes.
go.
So, if you remember correctly, I viciously tore one of the cultists to shreds last week. And and now me coming out of my kind of almost a rage state, coming out of that, I walk over to him and just fall onto my knees and start bawling.
Which part of it? Because if I remember correctly,
That's true.
there was part of him over here, and then in the ripping, another part of him went
Yeah.
over there. So which? Oh yeah, the other part went to the vultures though.
Yeah,
That's right.
the body part, where
Okay, the most of it.
yeah.
It was vicious, folks. Oh, by the way, I also forgot to say, if you're watching this right now and you have no idea what we're talking about, we're on YouTube. Go back and watch them all. Have a good time with us. Catch up. And every Monday, join us and be a part of the story.
Yeah, D6 Games MN is our YouTube. Go and watch the VODs and get caught up.
Sorry.
The new video gets uploaded every Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay, Wednesday or Thursday, you can count on the Monday video getting put up. And share, like, comment, subscribe. Go. Sorry, I interrupted.
And if any of you are close enough to me, you can kind of hear me saying, I didn't mean to do this. Why? What gets into me? And kind of just defeated.
As blood drips off of your mouth.
So, is Taman close enough to hear this?
Yeah, you pulled yourself out. He ripped. Remember, he flung the body on top of you while the other part of the body went the other way. So yeah, you're right next to it.
So, Taman would put his hand on your shoulder, and he says, I understand these feelings are new to you. But the way you feel is actually a good thing. It shows that you value life. And there's nothing wrong with that.
There is
But this
my value
man,
does more, so
this man made his choice, and he knew what the consequences were when he made his choice.
And then Taman starts looting the bodies because that's what he did
Pretty much, yeah.
pretty quickly right after that.
And apparently he has a couple of gold pieces left, so
He made
see,
his choice.
things worked out.
Yeah, the big hoodie that was I was looking for, what was there to look at? Oh, right, it was the dust. It was the fairy dust.
Oh, yeah.
He did the identify on the dust and found out that it makes you fly, make you invisible, or
Knock you out,
Knock
cause
you out.
confusion.
cause confusion, which would be so much fun for me. So don't hesitate.
We're never using that.
Or you become visible. Yeah. Yep. All right. So Hidden Scratch, I do believe, is up there trying to wake up the giant, and he's just got a note on it that says "Say the magic word." And you realize that it was, I forget what it was.
Farfignukin is the word. He asked if I knew. He asked if anyone knew what the word was, and I said yes.
That's right.
I tried, yes. It didn't work.
Okay. So you guys come out of combat. Anything else that you want to do / say? Okay.
I'm gonna heal myself up a little bit, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
Climb back down. I suppose I don't need to wake him
This
now.
person that all our good loot.
Yeah, we're gonna split stuff up eventually.
once you get into town and can sell some things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Considering recent events, it would probably be a good idea to set up a watch. Because I don't know who they were, but they had a nasty disposition. They may have been coming to, well, I don't know. They may have been coming to off the giant. They may be coming to enlist him or try to recruit him into whatever they're doing or whatever, but if whoever they are did it, someone else is bound to come doing the same thing.
Maybe.
Would my history give me any insight as to what kind of cultists these
Into
might
who
be?
they was?
Yeah.
You know, I think you're gonna actually have to make an Arcana. Arcana is
Okay.
gonna be the thing that would tell it to you. Because as far as the way that I understand it, this particular set of cultists.
Out of character, I know who they are.
Yeah. So I think now, so then you can help me on this. I mean, the princes of the apocalypse, ancient foes and all that kind of stuff, but not necessarily the most well-known cult.
No,
And so
but the Princess of the Apocalypse is actually the second attempt by the different elemental cults to try to
yeah.
do that thing. So, but I don't recall how far back in history the first time was.
So I think Arcana would be
So,
like
that
would be
would-
the thing.
that
The
would be
studying
fine.
Arcana would. So
Did anyone who's proficient roll?
anyone who's proficient in Arcana is happy.
I was thinking history.
Of course you are.
Not
Yes.
Jack, not volatile.
Yeah.
I would think history would make sense.
I only
Well,
got
you
an
know,
8.
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah.
Never
These
heard of
weird
that.
old bat ears. Tell you what, I'll make it a harder history than it would have been on it.
Okay.
So if you're proficient in history,
I am
I am, but there's no
non-natural
zero.
20.
non-natural 20. Well, that was the number I stuck in my head.
10.
14.
Okay.
So good job. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So you know that these are the cultists, and I think based on the timeline, as I understand it, in the wake of Tiamat trying to do her thing, the cultists saw the opportunity, took advantage of the focus being on her and the cultists, and started doing their thing. And when that finally settled down, that's when they made their boom. And now this is riding on the these events kind of are happening around the same time,
Okay.
as I understand it from what I read here and from my very brief glancing at the Princes of Apocalypse. Because the context that they have here is that they are currently trying to
So, Princess of the Apocalypse and Storm King's Thunder are kind of
Kinda happening at the
concurrently
same
going on.
time.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
So yeah, and yeah. So you've heard of these guys?
They're called
And,
the
and
Howling Hatred.
and it would be very.
Howling Hatred.
It would be disconcerting.
The who?
You guys want to do that? You guys want to run both of them at the same time?
Yes.
Yes.
Should we do that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, you guys are going to try to save both at the same time? You guys might get concerned with this and just be like, Giants, this is bad.
Yeah.
Because here's what I'm going to say. With the 20, you're like, I've heard of these guys.
I've heard
I
of
didn't
these
realize
guys.
that they were active.
Yeah.
That was a while. What are they doing now?
Yeah, they worship
I didn't see.
some giant great air elemental from what I recall. And their long time ago their goal was to bring the elemental into this world and try to take over, and they got, I don't know, obviously it didn't happen, but
Yeah, this is what they look like. Okay, see the bat ears I was talking about?
Oh,
They look
yeah.
like big old bat ears on there. Here, yep, I'll put it up here. There you go. So that's what they looked like when they were coming in. Yep. So, it would be a little disconcerting that these guys are popping up and that they're looking for. It's like, wait, the elementals? The elemental people? Again, so as far as Taman knows, I mean, you guys
Yeah.
know that they're different storylines. But heck, I mean, if things happen, guys, I'll find the book somewhere and
We have a copy.
we'll do some stuff.
Our
yeah.
elementals. I don't know, I think we should wait till the whole thing blows over.
Yeah, let's just stay here on the ground.
We're not on the ground, we're up at the sky right
You nail
now.
it, man. You guys are so good at it.
I didn't have to wind up for that one.
So, these guys are
I'm just blown away.
these. These guys are getting devoured by their freaking mounts, and then the griffins kind of start squawking at them, and they kind of grab and take off.
Well, that was a breeze.
For you, maybe. Again, I mean, Gimli over here was like stuck for half of the battle.
He's just choosing to ignore them now.
So yeah, so eventually he wakes up, you know, and apologizes for not telling you the secret word, the magical phrase for.
Oh, I knew the secret word. I just didn't want to wake you up.
Oh, that was very kind of you. Looks like you took care of it, and you know, I'm assuming you kind of tell him who it was, and he says,
They weren't friends in here.
well, it is terrible. I do lament the loss of any life. All life is precious, but
These
but
guys.
they would have walked away disappointed.
That's good to hear.
I'm not interested in helping that cult. I've heard of their rumblings, and there, in my opinion, there are bigger things afoot. And then he points at his big foot. There, I gave you guys a pun through one of the characters, but it wasn't me. It was him.
You can keep telling me.
But
And
you're
he's
bigger
like-
than your foot, though.
And he kind of like points at his foot, and he kind of like.
But you're bigger than your foot.
I point to the big giant joke book of his, and I said, "You should write that down."
Yes! And then he goes and writes it down. And then when you go back to read it later, it's a completely different joke. He's already lost his focus and forgotten. Yeah.
Maybe you should just put that in for him.
So he says, so I'm just going to play this out. So he says, well, they kind of snuck up on us, though. You know, I heard one of you mention something about setting a watch.
Yes.
Would you like me to just bring down the cover? I mean, we're going to stick out like a sore thumb, but we'll be able to see what's coming. Or,
No, I just mean like we should keep an eye outside and see, so the next time something
Flies in.
we have a little more advanced notice.
he tells you, he says, you know what, I'll tell you what, I can help you get set up on the wizard's hat. One of the stars pops right out. And if you want to take watch up there, you can.
Okay. How do we get up there?
He's like, I'll be right back. And he goes up to his thing, and you hear some shuffling around or whatever, and then he goes, that's not going to do them much good. And then he's like, and you hear him shuffling around some more, and he's just murmuring to himself, and
And the next thing you know, oh, pudding!
yeah, so he let's see, how would he do this? You know what, you see him he grabs you see him grab a bunch of rings. And he goes outside on the tower, and he kind of makes them kind of float up and kind of jut into the side, and he makes what would be for him a really useful ladder up or whatever.
How big are these rings?
I mean, you guys can climb it. It's gonna take a little bit, but with some rigging of maybe some of your own rope and stuff.
Okay.
He's like, I'm sorry, I don't often. And then he goes, what was I thinking? And then he goes back up, and then then you watch. You know how there's stairs that formed underneath you? You just watch him go up the side of the thing. He's like, my apologies. It's like, I should have thought of that first.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
I was just remembering what.
Oh, you mean the cloud stairs?
Yeah.
He just makes him go up the side of the
Oh,
building.
yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
He's like, I just can't believe it.
That's good. I'd never have made it up
That's
that rope.
brilliant right there. Thank
I
you.
never would have made
He
it up
said-
that rope.
I just don't see you guys as small as you are sometimes. I just forget. I'm sorry. And
Okay. So, who wants to take the first watch? And how long should a watch be?
I want you to decide your daily routine on watches now.
Yeah, there are.
So I still don't have dark vision unless I cast the spell on myself. So if I can do one that's not at night, that's ideal.
Want to
Yeah.
do it during the daytime?
Me
Okay.
too.
I'm also I'm very good at seeing things. So I don't necessarily need a second person.
Okay.
I suppose I could take one that might watch it.
I'm gonna go on the one with Key because I also do not have dark vision, so.
Well, I mean, we can do more than one during the daytime.
Yeah.
I have dark vision. You have dark vision.
Dark vision.
Cat does. Okay.
We're 5 to 2 for more dark vision.
Okay.
I think I might be the only one that doesn't naturally have it.
He doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't either?
Okay.
Okay.
Man doesn't.
If you need dark vision, I can cast dark vision on us when we need it.
I do have a light spell, so
Okay.
we should be fine.
Well, the light spell only helps for the immediate area for seeing things off in the distance.
I mean, dark vision isn't gonna
Dark
be
vision's
much
only
better.
60
It's
feet
only
anyway.
60
Yeah.
feet.
But dark vision doesn't give away our position.
Yeah.
Light spell does.
And you can still see. I mean, if the light is dim, you can still see things along the way.
Giant cloud.
Yes, we're very well hidden.
And
All
at
right.
this altitude, we're probably going to have stars and moonshine and stuff. So, you know.
Depending on whether or not we're above or below the clouds.
Forgot my weather dice at home. Terrible to suddenly be in a hurricane because of bad rolls. I've never done that. You know how many times when I did that for our group, I rolled tornado, like over and over. Tornado kept coming up. I'm like, okay, it's just rain. I'm not putting a tornado in the midst of this encounter. Okay, so
Are we gonna do like 3-hour shift?
Sure, why not?
okay,
Yeah.
so we have our order of shifts of.
Watch, it's 2 hours.
Yeah, I sleep 3 hours. 3 watches. That's 9 hours.
Why don't we just go, right down?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
I can
Yeah.
cover 2, because I'm an elf. I don't need.
Well, it's not really a sleeping thing. It's
No, it's
more
just
of a.
when you're
That's
gonna be
true.
awake and watching out from the top of the hat.
Yep. From the top of the hat.
So we have 7 of us, so if we're doing 3-hour shifts, that's 21 hours. So
But
another
then,
3-hour shift.
If the person up on the hat sees something, how are they going to alert the rest of us?
I have a
Signal.
message.
I have thaumaturgy.
So
He has
I do
the
as
signal.
well.
But I missed it. I heard it.
we all heard it.
Okay.
What?
I said the signal.
Oh, listen, we said the signal in
It was
unison.
pretty great.
We have the same thought process.
I'm sorry. I missed it.
I would like something a little quieter than the signal.
I have a message.
So, for example, maybe we could hang a bell down here and have a rope that goes from up there down here and just ring the bell.
I mean, does anyone have a bill? I don't know.
Probably not.
We could ask the giant if he has a bell.
Yeah, let's ask him if this rings a bell.
Stop.
Do you mind if I chime in?
Well, what do you know? He sure does.
Could we borrow it?
Well, okay. And when he comes down, he's got this bell that you could hide in. it's pretty big.
I think the signal might be quieter.
Bong!
I
The
think
giant
we
side
control.
bell.
Yeah, what else do we have as noise?
But he's like, oh wait, I do have a smaller one. And he goes up, and one of them has a bell around its collar that he pulls
Oh,
off.
good. So it's like a cowbell.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's a lot. It's
That
more,
works.
instead of it being like this, it's like this. You
Okay,
know?
that'll
Instead of being
work.
bigger than you.
Well, I was thinking that we could have Maisie be up there with whoever's on watch and then send her down to
Oh,
alert.
no, that would only work if you were-
Maisie really barely even listens to him. Just gonna throw that out there.
Okay, yeah.
Maisie hangs out with us. He
Yeah.
doesn't obey us.
Maisie's like,
Maisie's like that cool friend that we have that it's really just there.
She's just there.
Just there.
yeah. In fact, when you guys are asking for a bell, he brings out the one that he has, right? He hears a bell above him. He's like, oh yeah, and he goes up, and Maisie's actually hitting it.
Okay.
On the, playing with the
On the griffin.
on the griffin.
We
Yeah.
already discussed that Maisie
As
has
if it's
griffin
really
pets now.
Yep.
Maisie has griffin pets.
Yeah. She gets along well with the griffins.
Day 2,
They're
I
just-
successfully infiltrated the road.
They're too stupid to know better.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that.
They're too
All right.
stupid to know better.
All right, very good. So, yeah, it's one of those bells that like is just fully encased, like a cap thing, you know. All right, so we're three. It's just kind of fully encased. The ball just kind of rolls around in it, so it's pretty easy to set up. So, all right. Well, what dice you guys want me to roll for encounters? Pick one.
You said gold stuff. Yeah, that
Round
was
one.
Okay.
Roly-poly.
That one looks
Little
cool.
roly poly. Okay. It takes forever for that one to stop. Okay. So let's see here.
Do we get a lovely long rest? Or?
Oh yeah, you guys long rested up.
We have never known.
Yes.
Okay. And let's see here.
What are we gonna do for tips then?
Just
Should we go down the line?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So that means.
So, Mushu,
We went.
Yes.
Say
So-
what time we start at.
that rage there.
Yeah.
You worship a god of rage then.
No, that happens.
Is that common for clerics of joy?
It's
Ouch.
what's your alignment?
Evil.
Chaotic neutral.
Evil.
No, I'm not.
Chaotic neutral.
We'll see.
Just a little chaotic.
It happens. It's not something I can really control. It doesn't really come with the cleric stuff.
I was just curious.
God of rage and joy.
Yes, we killed the cat.
Good. That would be the barbarian god. The god of rage and joy.
That would be the
Joyful
one class
raging.
that I would multi-class into.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah.
To be joyful raging.
Barbarian cleric.
We just spawned something.
We
I can
did.
find you a god of rage if you want. You can just embrace the dark side. Okay, on your.
On
I
my
have,
watch.
can I have two gods?
You know what? Why not?
Awesome.
No. All right. So
Just take the hat and
on
sell it
your. So give me a perception.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what? It actually says that if you are purposefully on watch, you just get it.
Okay.
So you're up, you're kind of watching around, right? And there's some big billowy clouds around you. And every once in a while you kind of go right through one. It's kind of foggy and wet or whatever. And then you'll burst out the other side. And
Zero code.
big, yeah, a little chilly when that happens. And you're coming out and you're kind of scanning the horizon. It's just, you know, it's pretty beautiful out today. You
Yeah.
know? And then you see a shadow.
Yeah.
And then that shadow seems to grow, and then you see it kind of burst through a cloud, and then you hear the sound of beating, big, deep beating wings. And you're like
Go.
fairly certain that's a dragon.
Oh, okay. Rig-a-dig.
Why don't you give me a perception to see what you can see now,
Okay.
as you're trying to focus in on it.
Let's see. Perception.
We're not ready for a dragon.
That's 12.
Probably not.
We're ready
All right.
for a dragon.
You,
This is the day the party dies.
you know, it keeps ducking in and out of clouds, and so you're having a hard time being able to tell the type.
I don't know, 50-50 it's from me.
Right? And it looks like it's got something in its claws. Okay?
Check
So
the
if
horses.
Oh, yeah.
it's-
Dig.
it's alert enough, Can I message him now?
Sure.
For bells ringing? Stark, what's going on?
Dragon!
You have 25 words and you're gonna use dragon.
There's a dragon!
There's
It's
a
carrying
dragon.
something heading towards us!
Carrying something. That's
You
everything.
realize it's heading right towards you. You got a minute before it's on you.
Okay.
Hide?
What color dragon?
I don't know, it's stuck it through the clouds!
You can.
Doesn't have a good deal up
I mean,
top.
You
And
can, I'm gonna say you can stay up here and figure that out,
Or you can.
or you can go down and get ready.
I will go down and get ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd actually like to dart up the stairs and try to see
Okay.
Dragon.
if with my eyes if I can see what
Sure. As you are going
Crazy
down
bear.
the stairs,
Coming towards us. There.
you are going up the stairs.
He
And I'm
didn't
gonna
tell
tell
you
you.
where.
-1 charisma,
It's
but
a really
I do
tall
speak
tower, so I'm gonna
Draconic,
say this
so I
is
might
like
be able to convince
most
him
of
to
your-
not attack us.
Remember, this is 100 foot up.
Okay.
Okay, so that's where you're going to place yourself during the incoming.
I want
That's your choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can duck back in, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, again, the stairs go on the outside, right up
But,
the outside.
but there was a window from the inside, right?
He popped out a star.
He popped out a star so you could like sit up there, right?
There's no way.
Down is with the griffins, and you've kind of been told to
Not
leave
do
them
that.
alone.
Although griffins might be nicer than a dragon.
Sure. Yeah. So.
That's when you just become something really small, like a spider, and crawl down.
That's reasonable.
Small spider.
Yeah. So.
Going outside.
Okay. So you go down. Okay. And. So what are the rest of you guys doing? I wanna know
I'm
what you're
gonna go
doing.
get ready by the door.
Okay.
You should probably hide
Heading outside.
inside. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I'm
And
behind
as
the
I head
door.
outside, if the dragon's coming, let me see how long this lasts.
Paging through his cards.
Oh, I'm also going to cast a single spell on myself.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Enhance Ability and give myself Owl's Wisdom. Or Owl's Wisdom.
Cool.
Advantage on wisdom?
What's that?
Is that advantage on wisdom?
Advantage on Wisdom.
Okay.
That's fun.
Specifically Perception.
That's fun. Awesome. Well, why don't you give me a roll?
Here it is.
Okay.
And I'll unfold it as things
Oh,
happen.
yeah. I'm going to cast Shield of Fate on myself.
Hey, that ain't a bad idea.
I mean, as I'm going down, I'm probably going to cast it on myself.
I'm
too.
gonna
Alright,
Alright.
so that's
climb
going to be...
Yeah, you got a minute to just get yourself all ready.
I guess I will be in the doorway with Atari.
Rage armor.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
she
always
always
been
does.
on now.
Yeah, she doesn't have to tell me. She just.
I will cast Aid on. Who could use 5 extra hit points?
But I only
Everybody
have-
can use 5 extra hit points.
Who could use it the most? That's my question.
How many days has it been, and has she fully recovered?
Yeah,
she has.
Oh yeah, she's good to go, man.
Because I can give 3 people 5 extra max hit points and current hit points.
You
so-
probably want your melee people, so probably the
Yeah.
3 clerics.
Okay. Yep. All 3 of us. I will give.
You should get sombreros.
the 3
The
pathetic.
3 amigos.
And you were heading up to the roof as well, though, right?
I'm heading up to the roof to get the first glimpse of the dragon, essentially.
And that will
Yes.
be
So
for
you
the
are
rest of
also
the day.
coming up here to get a glimpse at the great
Or
cat.
until they run out.
So you're going up there too, huh?
I don't.
Alright. You'll probably beat me there.
I will look at it.
You guys are crazy.
Yes.
I think it might be safer down here.
Maybe.
It is
Well,
a little
like
known.
she said, I can turn into a tiny little spider
And run.
and run slowly. He is a big cat that will be easily seen and eaten.
It is a little known fact, but
they
dragons
say-
are actually related to cats.
They say you only have to be faster than the other person. Sometimes just being smaller is enough.
Oh.
Smaller.
So
Oh, you didn't happen to see what color the dragon was, did you?
No.
He's going up to see
He,
it.
he
He was
just ran
ducking in and out
away.
of the
Yeah,
clouds.
Key's going up to see. He's going up to
there
see
goes
it. I didn't
Key.
see it as I was coming down.
I'll give him
Please
a
don't
couple.
die.
I'll give him a couple seconds to get up there, and then I'll see what he can see.
You'll cast message again?
Yes, I love that it's a cantrip.
That is pretty
He's back.
helpful.
What is a cantrip?
Message.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
History.
Talk.
Drawing the wrong shape. It matters because it changes the surface area quite a bit.
That's what you found out playing Horde of the Dream.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. Space matters. Alright.
I will. Oh, and I will also cast. And once it gets closer, I'm gonna cast Bless on Taman, Zaitari, and Sark.
Thank you.
Should I cast Blur on myself when it gets
So
here?
that'll be
As
like
it gets close, yeah.
once it gets
I think it only lasts a minute though.
It only lasts a minute, yeah.
Okay.
to the point where
Alright.
people are probably about to draw their weapons.
Now remember, there are these like big kind of rounded off kind of supports that kind of come off of it.
I mean, assuming it keeps feeling the same, you can try.
And this is kind of the entryway. The door is here. Okay, the circle that goes up where he's been going into the ceiling, into the next area is there. The big table that you guys have been reading books on and stuff is right there. There's these two big statues right here. I don't know what that is that I just drew, but whatever.
It's okay.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It looks kind of like a sofa.
Yeah, it's like a top down with like the big joint fish out the side. It's like this.
It's got two big old chairs right here. Right, there's the chairs. There you go. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, so can I get? Yeah. So let's set all of our minis where you want them to go, guys.
There.
Which dragon looks like?
Can I have one big one for our giant friend here?
My dragon
Giant friend.
Yeah,
You had such a wonderful. Yeah.
Zatari
Where's
and
the
I
front door?
Did you bring any of the dragon?
Front door, entryway,
I
front door.
did not bring any
Yeah, we
dragon
would be,
minis. I didn't
Probably
You didn't expect us to be running into
expecting
any.
us to be running into dragons.
My mother is just keeping all of the
My
pictures
bad.
of my nephews
Okay.
and my new niece.
Giant friend.
Zatari, do you want to be on the inside of the door or the outside?
I should say,
She had to be
I don't
done
have
Wednesday.
dragons big enough to.
I was gonna say because April 1st would have been a perfect birthday. I would have loved that.
That's her birthday.
Yeah.
My sister had her birthday
Oh, yay.
Thursday.
I feel like we're about ready
My
to
shirt
die.
has a D20 with a 20 on it, and my hat has a D20 with a 1 on it, so hopefully I have balanced luck today. Also, you didn't get that Sarkos.
So is that the entryway or is that
What?
the door?
Where we're at is the door.
I didn't bring them out.
No, you
This
didn't
does
grab it.
not.
It's in the-
This is not the color of the dragon.
Oh, thank you.
It's just a dragon.
So are we out? We're outside.
So-
or we're inside there?
So we're
Did you
technically
email me and
outside.
tell me to bring a
Do you
dragon?
want to be on the other
I
side?
didn't.
Okay.
I wanted to.
Because I haven't
I
checked
need to
my
be able to
personal
within
email today. So.
I didn't.
60 feet,
What color is the dragon?
30 feet.
Let me see it.
Okay.
26 on my perception.
Yes. Okay.
Well, okay, which direction is the dragon coming from?
I didn't ask that question. You don't know. You're this kid.
Also, I'm not going to be that far.
That's true. You
up.
guys
I'm
are
gonna
still
be
surrounded in
closer
cloud.
to
Remember? So,
Right.
the tiefling and
so
then
everything
the
is
I want to be up.
misty again. So you're
Right.
fighting in the mist again. And so, I mean, you could ask Sark when he comes down.
Sir, which direction was it coming from?
Good question, DM. Which direction was it coming from?
Right
You
there.
think I know?
one further back. Yeah, like there.
It is coming from that direction.
Okay.
I point towards that direction.
All right.
So, yeah, it's
It's way out the
this isn't in proportion to where you guys are, but this is the direction towards your characters that you're coming from.
Remember.
Okay, you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, it's coming up quick because it took a good portion of the minute you have
And it's not
to get
tense.
ready,
It's
right?
like the rest of the day.
It is easy to see. This is a silver dragon. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So this is a silver dragon, and in its clutches are a bunch of dwarves. So if you have dwarves, you can.
Like
Oh,
dead
you want
dwarves or
dwarves?
dwarves being
I got
carried
dwarves.
to a destination?
There are dwarves armed and ready, weapons out, flying directly towards you guys.
Weapons out.
Weapons out,
Like, are they being grappled or are they?
ready to go. They're holding on.
Oh, they're holding on. Perfect.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're
they,
being carried by this
They
dragon.
do not look concerned at all about the fact that there is a dragon immediately above them. In fact, if anything,
How
gives them great confidence, as it would for many.
how far away from the edge of the block?
Far more
I'm gonna need 6 of them. Three in each claw.
Can you explain what's happening?
How close are we to the edge of the cloud?
Silver dragon is flying towards us. It is clutches. It's carrying
You're not
6
gonna really see
dwarves
it
with
until it
weapons.
enters the
Dwarves
cloud.
in its hand.
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't. The way
Beautiful. I just
just
look
now,
at all them
like,
dwarves.
You say like riding
Oh.
on a raven thing. Giant.
Yeah, no, it's like
Great
one
collection, man.
dragon.
Okay, that makes more sense now.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, let's just put 8. No,
Okay.
I'm kidding.
We can handle it. We
The
can
way you handled the last group, I'm telling you, a level below.
But, Jeff, would we know how far out you could walk away from the building?
Yeah.
The cloud?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say the edge of the map is the edge of the cloud.
Okay.
Don't step off the edge of the map.
And he probably would have told us, like, hey,
Oh.
don't go any further than this.
Yeah, you guys have explored and kind of found your way around. And, well, we'll take out the 2 that were
Or down
working.
the edge was. Only one of us fell out.
Okay.
The twins should be numbered.
Yeah. We'll just take them out so there's no confusion. This one too. I want to build a character just off of this one mini.
The dwarf with drums.
Dwarf with drums. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please. I love playing dwarves.
Are you able to
Basically make us like a Pathfinder version
Yeah.
of a skull.
Are you doing that?
Yeah, I was giving you time to go out there, and then I was going to cast the key. What do you see?
Right?
What are my limitations on response?
25 words.
25 words? Okay.
I thought you said he has 25 words.
I said he had more words than that.
Oh! I thought you said you have 25 words and you choose you.
It's sending that has 25.
Okay.
My bad.
So I will say, silver dragon approaching from direction.
So from direction.
Silver dragon
And
approaching from
can I see
direction.
all 6 dwarves?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And 6
Carrying 6 armed and ready to fight dwarves.
6 armed.
And with the owl sight, you peer in and you see
I'm repeating all of
you
that.
see a symbol that they are all wearing. All of them are wearing. And it is.
Dwarf cultists. Oh my god.
Give me a history check.
Silver.
Actually, you know what? No. Yeah. Give me history. Give me history. You are from the outlaw. You're kind of an outlier.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
So I got 19.
It is
Natural 19.
Unnatural 19.
It is a group of fellers from the Order of Gauntlet.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I will communicate that as well. Do we have anyone from the Order of the Gauntlet?
No.
I don't associate myself with factions.
Although this is the faction clerics probably would,
Yeah.
because it's got a lot of clerics and paladins.
I was gonna say, it is kind of the religious order,
The good groups.
Yep.
but I do not
Wait,
associate.
there's dwarves with them?
Yeah, that's what Keith
Are they
said.
within shouting distance?
They will be real soon.
It'll be real soon.
But when that happens, we're also going to be rolling initiative.
It seems like
How-
a negotiation time.
Can we only see as far as the ground goes from on the ground?
Yeah. Again, you know where it is.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm asking if we can see that.
No. I mean, the whole point is, like, you don't want to be seen in it, and so that means if you're in it, you can't see out of it either. And he offered to take it down for you guys, but it would kind of be sticking out like a sore thumb. And you guys said, no, let's leave it up. And that's fine. That's fine.
Just
That's
thinking
a
through
good
my
tactic.
ideas.
So is everyone positioned where they want to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have any white cloth?
Yeah.
White cloth.
Yes.
Do you?
Sure, I can.
Because you always get. Okay.
always
The captain
Here's-
wishes to
Here's what I'm going to
parlay.
tell you. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Yeah. Now, you might not want them to know this, but you always carry around the white flag for surrender in case you need to.
Oh, so we're the parlay.
I just gotta say that.
Like sun, it comes out.
No,
So,
the white
again,
flag thing.
if you want to pull out the white flag, that's your call, Captain Scratch. But
I had a minute to prepare. Okay.
I would have thought you wanted to make sure your brown pants were on.
You made a good choice. You
We
were the brown hair
surrendered.
today.
He gets it.
I thought cats Cats don't wear pants.
Okay, so you
does.
yell at them as they're coming in. We surrender.
If what? Hold
Holding
on.
this white flag or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Maybe tell them we're friendly.
Surrendering's a good way of telling them we're friendly.
Okay.
Surrender is kind of the opposite.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It kind of, well, give me a persuasion. A persuasion.
Persuasion wave. Are you waving it persuasively?
No.
Let's see in that one.
I don't know, 10?
What was
So one of them glances up and sees you, and you're like, "We surrender!"
It shoots you.
And he says, "Hey, then stay out of my way!" And they swoop in. Let's all roll initiative. Now again, talking is a free action.
I'll take it.
Remember? So I'm not eliminating your chance to talk.
I've been told it's rough.
But it does say specifically that things happen when they land, and you gotta work your way through that.
Okay.
Cocked.
I'm not used to rolling well for initiative. This doesn't happen.
Okay, who got higher than 20? Who got 20 to 15?
20.
20?
16.
16?
17.
17.
I'm finally playing a character that doesn't have -1 dex.
Okay. Who got
It's either
10 to 15?
14.
14. My dex is 0.
Then I would go first.
Okay.
you just have really high stats.
And then
Not
Sark.
You rolled well.
Okay. Who got 5 to 10? What'd you get?
I got 9.
You got 9. Okay.
His
When I roll my
rolls-
stats.
Alright.
Poor Zatari.
Zatari is underneath.
Gives me the time for them to all come near me.
Alright, Key, you get to act.
Okay. How high up am I?
You this thing is, again, let me verify.
Probably well out of crossbow range.
Wow, Kate, you're so high right
Well,
now.
the problem is that they're whooshing into the cloud. You're not gonna really be able to see them that well.
Well, how high am I from like the base level where our party's at?
That
Don't worry. You're with several magic casts, but obviously we all have Featherfall prepped.
the tower is hundreds of feet tall.
Oh.
Hundreds.
Well, we're out of this
Okay.
fight.
So is it faster for? So it's like a circular spiral.
Yep.
So is it faster, more distance to go down the stairs or go down vertically?
With the rope.
Well, climb.
Technically, it'd be
How much you rate?
But it's
Hundreds. I could just turn to a spider and go straight
Yeah.
down.
The tower is hundreds.
If you
of
jump in
feet.
front of me, I have Featherfall prepped.
I'm just gonna say, just so there's a number, right? Because it was 80 between you guys and your floor, the floor above, right?
Okay.
So that would mean there's another 80,
So 160.
right? So
And then the
160.
third, so
So
it
we
would
could just,
be
yeah. So we could say
240.
240, where the hat starts. You guys are up on top of the hat,
We would have been able to
so you're like,
It's only
yeah, like
542.
280 or something up in there.
Alright. And then the spiral adds more distance, or are we just keeping it at 280?
Well, yeah, it is 280 straight up, so it is going to add some distance running
The
around.
spiral down, yeah. That's-
You've made poor decisions, but moving on.
We are very far away from the
Well,
fight.
no,
Well, no.
think it's
I can
helpful
move
that
very,
it's
very
silver.
quickly if I need to. I just need to know which is more efficient to go.
Yeah, I mean,
stairs or-
going down, if you have a way to go, I mean, he just flies, and so do his guys, you know? Like, that's the problem, is, I mean, I don't know of any other way besides you jumping.
Well, see, I don't know if I would know you'd have Featherfall
I
prepared.
didn't tell
So,
anybody.
Yeah. You know, he has Featherfall.
who?
You watched him,
The
the
giant.
giant fella. He's currently in the.
Or he could levitate.
Yeah, but see, we didn't communicate that beforehand, so I'm not gonna rely on.
No,
someone's
you've seen
random-
him do it.
No, we didn't talk to
But
Giant.
we didn't discuss like cast
Oh, he
Featherfall.
knows it's coming. He knows what's happening. You guys are a fuddle. I'm assuming you guys have been yelling at each other.
Yes.
You know, do that. So he's like he's like, you see his head kind of looking out, like, you know,
Talking
his,
to the free action.
Right.
Asking to cast Featherfall on you.
Okay, how fast do you fall per round?
60 feet.
60 feet around.
60 feet around?
Even that way, it's gonna take you forever to get there.
Yeah, honestly, I can move faster by just shape-shifting.
Do it.
I was just waiting for you to just dive, and as you passed him, Featherfall, please.
Actually, you know what? Let's min-max this. I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind. And
To shoot yourself down?
Shoot myself down.
Yes! Absolutely! Yes!
Incoming!
So yeah, that's probably gonna be 2 rounds, and I'll be there.
You are going to be down in 2 rounds.
Yeah. Please featherfall me. I don't want to die.
Yeah, if the giant doesn't featherfall him, I will featherfall him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see where you are. There's 2 rounds. A lot can happen in 2 rounds. And I need you to act the way you would have acted, not knowing he's going to jump.
Yes.
I look over the side and I just shrug.
Yeah.
So you jump
No,
and
it's
gust.
No, it's not.
Gust
It's
of
within
Wind.
30
Yeah.
feet.
Do you want to
Because
gust
cast
with
it on
him?
an object that someone is
What?
wearing, and it
Do you
has to
wanna-
make a dex save.
Do you want him to hold his action so you guys can go down together?
No!
I mean, you can featherfall multiple
Cats
multiple
always
targets.
land on their feet, man.
And bonus approach.
Is it?
Oh, I love this. Okay, you are not. You have zippity zoop doo dah running ability anyway. So okay, so you jump. You watch him jump, and then
Your wings come out.
Yeah, actually, my wings do come out,
Yeah.
so I have a very controlled descent.
absolutely
I can't fly, but I still
like
have-
a hawk diving to its prey.
Yeah.
It's just if you had to try to stop yourself that way, it would hurt.
It would not work.
badly.
For a moment, it's
All
like
right.
you can fly again.
So then we now have a bird diving at incredible speeds. Mushu. They are coming in through the. You see them approaching. You see a shadow. It's giant.
Oh.
The wind, the sound of the beating of its wings is like a thunder rolling. Oh, this huge shadow is forming through the mists. You're starting to make out features, and you do what?
I would like to ready a Toll the Dead for when Taman and or Sark start if they start attacking.
Okay, so you're gonna hold that action, so you can do things if things need to happen.
Yes.
Alrighty. All right, Adri.
Can I see the silver dragon with the dwarves now?
It's coming in. Yeah,
Okay.
you see the shadow. You know it's approaching. You can see bunches in its claws. It's coming into the mist, and you do what?
I'm gonna cast blur on myself,
Okay.
and then shout up like, "We don't mean you any harm.
Okay.
We're innocent."
Okay. Do you want to? Well, okay. Okay. Because we already have one persuasion check. Okay. You can roll a persuasion check. I mean, you're just a voice in the mist as of right now, so it's going to be hard.
15.
You heard him yell up above, like, "To get out of my way!" You know, and so you heard that, and okay, Tana.
I too am going to hold my action when it looks like they're going to land. I'm going to pop my wings out and turn on my
Oh, cool.
angelic self and hope they recognize me as a being of pure good, and that
Right.
maybe we can just talk
Sure. That's a nice move. Okay, so you're holding that until
until
I'll
they
let you interrupt me then.
right.
So at your moment, you can say, "I pop my wings at this point." Sound good?
Okay.
During their turn,
All right.
or anyone else's turn, really. So.
Right.
Okay.
They didn't recognize me as a figure of pure good.
No one recognizes you as a
Sark.
Well, I see the dragon again, and do see by this point it and its dwarves are very closer. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy on my voice as they're
Okay.
getting closer, and I'm gonna, as a free action, I'm gonna yell out to him, "Stay out of your way for what exactly?"
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's right, taunt them.
Stay out of their way for what exactly?
What are you doing?
Okay. Okay, so they are. You okay? If I allow him to talk, do you want me to wait to respond till it's my turn?
I mean, it's up to you whether or not they. Yeah,
I
it's
guess
up to
that
you.
is my choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the DM.
You're just telling us talking is a free action.
I did. Okay. So then what's going to happen is an equally loud voice. So there's obviously a thaumaturgy feller. Thaumaturgist. Is that a job? I would do that job. Loud talking all the time.
He's a member of the thaumaturgy.
No.
Hey, where are our horses? Hey, where are the horses?
They're technically outside. They may or may not.
Yeah.
I'm trying to run.
So. Oh no. Oh, let's roll for those guys.
At least I assume
You know-
the giant doesn't want them inside. I just have been assuming that they stayed out.
Your call. You tell me where you want them.
Yeah, they'd probably be outside.
You know what? Dang it, they're stupid animals, aren't they?
They run off the cloud.
Gosh, dang it.
Are you killing our escorts?
Here's what I did. You know what? Here's what I did. I rolled a wisdom for them. Okay. They ran in. They're running in, not away.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're running into the
Yes,
tower.
there is. There. You know what I will say? There is a back entrance in here as well. So they're running around and they want to go in and they're trying to find cover. So they want to get closer to you guys, but they're not getting closer to that. So they're actually running around because they've done their own fair bit of exploring and walking them around. They kind of know what's up. Because I rolled an 18 for them, so good for them.
He's not killing our pets.
Right. Yeah. Hang on, I gotta. I thought I knew what this did when I was rolling. Okay. Okay, so it says by Mording's beard, we're here to stop this plague of cloud giants and their attacks upon civilized folks. Stand aside.
Well, by Morgan's beard, they're helping us. They're not with the other giants.
And I say that in Dwarvish.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me a persuasion.
Oh. Where are you?
Right next to you.
Guidance.
I'm blessed too, aren't I?
Yeah, we're in the thing.
Yeah, you blessed
That
me
you
too,
can't
didn't you?
do that.
Yeah.
No guys.
You're in the middle of. Yeah, we're in the middle of initiative.
But he did bless you, so.
Roll it up, dude.
So no guidance?
No guidance.
No guidance, but still blessed. Okay.
Still blessed.
Hey, that's a pretty good. That's a 17, 19.
Only 19.
Only 19?
Oh, God.
20 probably.
So they say, well, we'll see about that. And if then he yells back, we'll see about that. If he's not here to harm us, then don't let him harm us. But stay out of our way. We have one mission, and we will fulfill it. What do you do?
Well,
Well, thaumaturgy is thaumaturgy.
thaumaturgy lasts for a minute.
It's an
So.
action.
Yeah, it's an action, so I suppose. Can I ready a bonus action?
I don't know what to say about that.
I think readying an action is like your whole turn, so I would say readying a bonus action thing would probably be the same.
That actually makes a lot of sense to me, but I didn't want to rule it in that way.
I mean, if I can't, then that's fine.
That's your thing.
I know that that's not how I would want it to be, but I'm pretty sure that is how it works.
Yeah, nothing else I could really do with that I can hold for a bonus action anyway. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
If someone in the chat wants to prove me wrong, I'm all for that.
Stretch.
Well, in Dwarven, I'm going to shout the most insulting Dwarven insult I know. The beard sucks! Which I'm assuming infuriates.
Says the man who raised the white flag
I'll
earlier.
start running down the stairs.
Okay. All right. You start running down the stairs.
Yeah.
Feline agility is roguish feline agility.
And
Still gonna take me a long.
Yeah, it's still gonna take
are
a
you
bit.
running? Are you moving? Dashing?
Yeah.
Your bonus action dash?
Yes.
And
I'm
then
doing everything.
All right.
Doing all.
is that where do you?
So this thing, as it's coming in, okay, banks, drops,
Wings out.
drops, right? And you know, like it's like they've done this before. Just like dunk, 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 dunk. Okay, and then it kind of flies up or whatever, and it starts making a ruckus with the
Not the Griffins!
griffins. Starts messing with the griffins.
That's
And,
very rude.
Yeah, so that's what it's gonna do. So we'll say it's in the midst of
Oh no, you did not just do that.
it's in the midst of its climb, dropping, so it's like here-ish. Okay, so that's where it is. And each of these guys, the moment they land, they do a roll, and you see them come up with the vial that they quaff, and they each turn into gas. So they all kind of poof.
They're gas.
Gaseous, they drank gaseous form.
So they're all gases. They're very gassy dwarves. And again, it's kind of hard to see them because you're in the middle of all the mist.
Well, before
All of them?
All of them. This is not my encounter. This is the book's encounter. To be clear. Hey, but at least you're at the right level, right? Hey, I believe in you guys.
I
okay?
don't.
You have made really good arguments so far.
I almost did.
Hey, you got out of them to just like stay out of our way, and if he doesn't attack us, we're here to do our job, and then we'll go. What does that mean? You'll find out. So the mist kind of moves again. It's kind of hard to perceive, but they don't go very fast as the mist. That's about as far as that they can go.
Someone needs to go protect the back entrance.
Okay?
Horses.
Protect the horses.
Give them mules.
I don't care about the entrance. I care about the horses.
And that's their turn.
Skyrim would say no problem.
I think at this
You
point
did hear
would
me
be,
say that my wings were coming out.
Whenever you wanted to.
When
they
they said
landed-
they were, when they're going
Okay?
after the second
Okay.
guy said my wings were coming out.
Alright. Okay, that's fine. They're still coming in here. Yeah, if you want to say anything, you're welcome to.
yeah.
At least give us the chance to talk, please.
They only just turned into gas, so.
Yeah,
But
once
then
this
talk.
thing-
You know,
Okay.
they can't.
The giant is helping us. The giant is against the giants that have been causing all of the ruckus. He's helping. He helped us and told us about what happened at the last place we were at, and is taking us to Tribor. We're on a mission to stop the giants.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion.
Let's see, do I get?
So with brilliance of
Bless.
energy and blazing eyes and
14.
and
I have an inspiration that I can use. I'll use
uh,
that. It's my last
you can roll
inspiration.
one of the dice.
Oh,
So whatever your D4 was.
that was a 2.
Okay.
And that ends up being the exact same thing. Should have
Okay.
used another die. Anybody
Here's
else
the
have
thing.
inspiration?
That you.
No.
I can tell you this. Okay. Well, okay. I'm not going to tell you this. I'll tell you later. Okay.
No.
Zatari, what do you do?
Try your lesson.
What do you do?
I'm gonna run inside.
Okay. Dwarves that turn into gas. Oh my! Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your 30 movement. What else you want to do?
I'm gonna hold my action.
What action? What are you gonna do?
You ran inside. How are you going to featherfall me?
That's what you're doing. You're going straight down, man.
I'm relying on you.
You're jumping straight through. You're gonna come out this
Oh,
hole.
I thought it was gonna come out on the outside.
No, you're coming out straight down the middle. You fly past the griffins and they go. They watch you fall. Right.
Oh,
You're going
yeah.
straight
If she
down.
doesn't featherfall, that's going to be a much harder landing than landing outside in the clouds.
Yeah, you're going. Well, the clouds are like. And you're gonna go and like you see him. He's like right now. He's like turning. You're going so fast. He's like his head's starting to slowly turn towards you, right? And he's gonna catch you and watch you shoot down this hole that he's like peeking down. He's like, what do they want? What are they here for?
No, I'm just gonna.
So he actually says that to you when you walk in. The giant.
They said they have a job to do. I'm gonna bonus action inspire
What job?
the paladin. Yeah, Taman. You have an inspiration.
Bardic
D6.
inspiration.
Ah, so
1d6 bardic
shoot,
inspiration.
what does that look like? What does that look like? So instead of just saying you get to die, tell me what you do to give him the inspiration.
What do you
what
do
do you
to
start
partly
doing?
inspire me?
Well, this seems unfortunate. Taman, you got this. I'm running in.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
Do you sing? I mean, you just
No, I just run.
you just run. You point
I
and
shout
run.
that out at them and I run.
Okay. You
Not
there's a
everything
magical
flashy.
feeling to the. You got this.
I got this. I got this.
It hits you like a quick brick.
Okay, I'll repeat what I just said, but I'll sound more confident.
I'm gonna let it go back through so we get some more turns from everyone else.
Okay.
Key,
All right.
falling down.
So I
and he's
land.
watching. He kind of catches your eye as you were just going down.
So do I land this round?
Is it a D4 or D6 for?
Second round, sure. Yeah, instead of 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So
okay.
as you're flying by him,
And you
I
just
assume one of you guys,
got
either
one.
the giant or you, are going to catch me, right?
Yes. If the
you
giant
asked
doesn't
for it.
react,
you have
Yeah.
to say exactly what you're gonna like. I want to hear from you, man.
All right. I'm gonna use the message thing to you. Featherfall me.
well, I didn't cast that. Can you cast that?
You're like.
Well,
You're like
that's
it's
what
so
we
working.
had that whenever I was up
It was-
there.
It's the one
It's a
way.
one-way direction.
Like I talk to you, you talk to me once.
All right then.
So you're like quietly saying it to yourself as you're like feather roll, feather roll, feather roll,
I'm
feather
just
roll, and it's like
watching. As soon
she's
as I
not
see
responding. She's not responding.
as soon as I see him, feather fall.
Okay.
It is a reaction. That is true.
It is a reaction.
Okay.
You
So
should start maybe squawking because she has her back to you.
yeah, I
No,
will
I
be
was
making
facing
noise
that way.
on the way down
Yeah.
too, like
I
get
hear
people's
so
attention.
so I just hear that. Feather roll, 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 feather roll. Like, she's just trying to whisper it, and as he gets closer to the ground, it gets louder and louder.
So I am going to use a combination of my gust of wind
Sure.
and my wings to redirect my direction so that I will basically come out right at the
Zoom.
entrance.
All right. I love it.
And he's only falling.
And yeah, so
He comes out here. Whoosh.
how do we want to handle movement? Am I out
I'm
of
just
movement?
putting you out there. Yeah.
Okay, I'm out of movement at this point.
Protect the rear.
I will go ahead and then use my bonus action to move the direction of the gust of wind directly at the nearest gas vaporous
There you go.
dwarf because it disperses gas.
Well, I'm
So-
just because you maintain the gust.
yeah, it's concentration.
Okay. So, well, okay. I'm gonna say it took that to send you out here.
Okay, so that would have been my action.
That would have been it. This
then
is you're done because you had to. You also fell like 100 some feet,
okay.
and then didn't actually gust out. I gave you a lot of extra
Sure.
movement.
So it does say I can use a bonus action to redirect gust.
Yeah,
so
I'm just gonna.
I'm just.
I
done
feel
at
like
that
I
point.
gave you a lot
That's
to
fair.
give you.
That's
to
fair.
give you 2 rounds out front in front of the guys
That's
from
fair.
the top of 250.
That's fair.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I'm glad you think that. Okay.
Do you want to say anything?
Not really the.
Clutch.
I'm not really the negotiating type in this particular scenario. Like
Featherfall.
I kind of imagine your
I
eyes.
said featherfall. I used all my talking movement
Oh,
for
look, there he
featherfall.
is. Boom.
So, seeing that no one's attacked, I kind of just back away a little bit. So I'll move me a little bit more towards Adri. And then I'll ready a guiding bolt just
Okay.
for when someone actually does attack,
All right.
or if anyone does attack.
Adri, what do you do?
Okay. So they told us that they're here for a job, right? So I'll ask them, what job is that?
The mist right now.
Well, they can't talk.
Yeah.
Sad day.
I was gonna have them talk. It was gonna be hilarious watching a dwarf fart talk at you as it's moving. Until I read the spell and it's like, the creature does this, it can't talk. So,
So I'll kind of put my hands up, like show them I'm not casting any magic, and
the lizard next to you is like, whoa, 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 whoa. Actually, you'd have to take a step out if you want to see it. If you want to kind of see it. It actually takes a little bit to even figure out what it is. Because it's drifting through
okay.
the mist. But you're able to see it.
Anyone who does pass through my gust of wind, which is straight that way, is in difficult terrain. So half movement.
So I'll hold my hands
How
up
far does it
and
go?
60 feet long.
Okay. I'm going to say you cast it back here to push you.
I think it's persistent, isn't it?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a persistent gust of wind emanating from me.
So, from you. So it's just always emanating from you?
Yeah,
Direction he
it's
dictates.
in a direction I choose, and I can change the direction as a bonus action. 60 feet long, 10 feet wide.
So take an action to change it?
Bonus action.
Bonus action to change direction.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You were flying down.
Yeah, but I mean, because I used my action to point in that direction to guide me this way, there's now a gust of wind going into the cavern from me, because it's persistent.
myself and Mushu would be in there.
Yeah, so anyone who's trying to move through that area,
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. So you fly down.
yep,
The gust at your back.
yep,
You change it to push you this way.
yes,
Yes.
You land this way.
yep. So
But
now
it's
there's a
still
It's
gust.
pushing that way.
Well, no, the gust would be pushing that way, so that I could go that direction. So, yeah.
You're thinking of it that it's pushing off of you. It might be pushing you instead of your
Meteorological
like a
map.
force,
Oh,
like
I
he's
was
pushing
thinking
you.
that I was pushing it push it behind to force me down, but no, I guess it did.
Not if I'm gonna get you out here.
But if I
You would
was,
have had to feather fall and push you.
It's like
Yeah.
we're
Like
get
you're in
you
front
jet
of
out.
the.
You have to go with the wind.
That's what I was.
so the wind is in this direction.
Yes.
then?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well then, this person here is just
Damon,
difficult terrain.
you're in difficult terrain.
So you look even cooler now because your hair's like flapping. Do you have a
And my
cape?
wings are fluttering.
Yes, wings are. Do you have a cape?
Probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the cape is. You know, I mean,
The
you
wings.
made him
So
great
cool.
heroic pose.
Do I get a bonus to my roll for that?
Looking heroic.
On your
We shall
turn,
see.
you make a strength saving throw, otherwise you get pushed. So when you get
On
to
your turn.
Mark is ruining the fun.
Sorry.
What are you kidding me? This is amazing.
But he's ruining his cape.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
He has
Okay.
to not. If he has to make a saving throw, it might go away.
So you're like,
Yes, I have my hands up showing doing magic.
Okay.
And that everyone here is friendly and this we were scared worried about this giant too, but he hasn't hurt anyone.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead and give me another persuasion. Now, normally I wouldn't let you keep doing persuasion checks, but things are happening. Where'd you being said?
I got 5, and I'm gonna use my inspiration for the baby.
Okay.
I got 5 again.
Jeez!
Okay.
It's a
So
choice.
you want? So you're specifically saying I'm not doing any spells. Then you're like, putting it, so is that your turn then?
Yeah.
Okay. Damon,
Okay.
with the wind flapping and you're trying to resist it.
Strength 15.
Okay.
Oh
No.
He was dying.
no. You get pushed 15 feet.
In which direction?
The direction that the gust of wind is going.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
You're still within view.
That's no problem. And then I will start walking towards that first blob there. How wide is the gust of wind?
10 feet wide.
10 feet
So you're
So
wide.
you take a
Step
step
would be-
this way, you're fine.
Okay,
So
so
this is 10 feet to get out.
that's 10 feet. Then I have another 20 feet of movement. I'm going to get to within 10 feet of him, and as I approach him, I'm saying, "Really, dude, we should talk. This giant's a cool guy. He's trying to stop the other giants."
Sure. Okay. Now you got all the fun things.
And as I'm doing that, the eyes are glowing. The head of my mace is now glowing because I'm getting ready to cast a spell.
Okay.
Well, on the one hand, so that's okay. 19 there plus my persuasion is 23.
All right. Cool. All right.
And
Do you want to prepare anything?
yeah,
What are you going to prepare?
scorching ray.
Okay. All right.
So if they don't come out of it on their turn, I'm letting go.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. You guys are doing great. Doing great. This is awesome. Sark, what do you do?
I'll say with my thaumaturgy, I was like, oh, yeah, he's right. I mean, he ain't hurt no one. He's helping us. And
Was that in Dwarvish?
I'll say that in common.
Okay.
He's helping us. All right.
Helping you do what?
He's helping us get the drug war. You're not helping.
Dude, so what?
And I am with. It takes a. There's really nothing else I can do at this point now, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna ready in action. If they do anything hostile, I'm gonna try to attack
With.
my mace.
Okay. You try to swing out of your mace?
Yeah.
Okay. Scratch.
Is there any alcohol in this tower? Just saying.
Dude,
That should get inspiration.
it's been. Well, I didn't know why. All these
That close to all 3 clerics a lot. I think that should be inspiration.
Yeah.
I mean, they're dealing with
Clearly,
dwarves.
it's hopeless. He wants to be drunk when he
He's at the
dies.
murder.
I was gonna say. I said it's been a 10-day, bro. You've probably drank it all.
Oh. Well,
There's not much else to do around here.
Why's the rumble gone?
why is the rum gone?
Sorry.
Alright, well, then, yeah, I'll just continue down the stairs.
Okay, you're gonna. Cause you can. What's your movement?
30 feet.
But you have the feline agility that you
You
can
had it last
use,
time.
that you used last time.
180 feet.
So 180
And
feet.
then you can go to the
I go 90.
So 90. Alright.
Me neither.
Are you sure?
I'm trying to hurt as few people
So
as possible here.
Are you sure?
What do you think happened after the last
See where those
combat?
stairs come out.
Dear,
I'll know
that's
that.
great.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay, the stairs come out right here.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Sure.
Then I roll for that. That's pretty fantastic. Okay. All right, so you got a lot. Okay. So,
I'm glad you got those out of the way. Yeah.
okay. Alright, so this guy starts moving towards you, and he kind of does this cool thing that as he moves towards you, he kind of steps out of gaseous form into his full form or whatever.
All right.
These guys continue to move forward, and he looks you in the eyes. He looks you up and down. He says, "What is the cleric of Taman?" No, of
Helm.
A cleric of Taman.
Taman. That's
This
you.
character.
I've not been deified yet.
What is a
Don't-
cleric of Taman?
Helm.
Helm gone. Helm gone.
Apparently, I've become a church.
The Church of Taman.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Church of Taman.
Just
Hey,
more terrible.
Cleric of
you
Helm.
survived to the end, and we decided to do both this one and the Prince of the Apocalypse. You just might get there. So, what is the cleric of Helm doing with the likes of these folks?
I've been waiting for this. I'm one of Helm's angels.
What? I'll give you an inspiration. If Sark uses his turn to come over next to you and do this.
What kind of angel?
Oh wait, that's Charlie's Angels,
Yes.
not Hell's Angels.
But I just don't ride a motorcycle. It said
Right.
this giant. If I
Okay, you say you say that.
Uh,
He says, "Well, what's Helm's business with the likes of these? Is Helm with these blasted giants?"
No, Helm sent me to what?
Nightstone.
To Nightstone, okay, to help them after the giants attacked them. This cloud giant is helping us find the giants and and taking us somewhere so that we can figure out what's going on and stop the giants from doing what they're doing.
I feel like this
He's
is not a
he's on
one-round
the side of
conversation.
good.
Okay. What dice do you want me to roll for insight on this guy's part?
Big one.
You
Oh.
can take one of my dice. Which one?
I guess the consensus is the big one.
What's the big one? Okay. So,
He's helping us.
okay.
And I've already dealt with, we have already dealt with a bunch of crazed out cultists and gotten rid of them. And we really don't want to have to hurt you guys.
Okay. He kind of grins at that and kind of winks at you. And you kind of see him. He looks back. He's like, "Boys! Stop the lads from going in! Stop the lads from going in!" Because as this is going on, these gaseous forms like seep through.
Oh.
Right? Because they can do that.
They can do that.
They seep in here, whatever. And he yells out, or so he yells out, "Ildahar! Get in there and make sure the lads don't cause any trouble. I'll be in just a second." And you see that one just kind of hesitate for a moment, and then it goes in, right? And then he yells out, and then with the thaumaturgy voice, he yells out, "Clarion! Hold off on the attack!" And the dragon is like flying around. The
Yeah.
dragon's about to let out its first breath attack on the through the windows onto your giant friend there. And so he says, "Hang on, I have reason." He yells out, "Just I have reason to believe these aren't who we thought they were." And so the dragon very quickly comes, like, because the dragon was like flying up here. It was looking in all the windows.
Yeah.
It was like, remember, he had to blast this guy right in the tushy because he's like bent over. He's about to get blasted right in the tushy, and it quickly like whoosh and just kind of lands and stands.
Hey, bird.
Okay.
Ugh.
So,
Yeah, we're gonna actually come out of initiative.
All right. Oh, lower my arms.
Because
It's like,
I'm gonna say you, you are like the only one actually in there. But again, you're probably watching this interaction,
Yeah.
and you're seeing these mists come through, and I can almost, like, how would you be reacting as this mist seeps through and kind of comes together?
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Okay. And you're hearing
I'm
the
hearing.
thaumaturgy voice or whatever. And then as this one seeps in, he pops into his form and he starts explaining to the guys, hold up boys, hold up, and then but they stay in mist form. Right? And they're kind of hovering, they're kind of slowly hovering upwards.
That's potions.
Yeah, you don't want to just waste the good potion. Alright. So they land and they said, okay,
All right.
I'm ready to hear a story
now that we
now.
have a breath.
We're stepping into the building, Taman.
Why don't we all go inside so that the rest of your men can hear the story as well?
that's a good
And
idea.
he just says, and he kind of looks back at Clarion. It's like, Clarion, you know what to do if this is a trick. And he points back or whatever,
So-
and then he's like, and he says, if that giant does the, just breathes in a way that I don't like it, okay, things are gonna go badly. Are we clear?
Okay, he is a little eccentric. Okay?
As war.
How?
Eccentric as he tends to be forgetful.
He's a wizard.
Actually, yes, he has probably seen this happen before.
We can guarantee
We didn't,
Okay.
we didn't believe it either.
He
He's
knew us.
seen this before.
Apparently,
He knew us by name, and we'd never met him before.
it's true.
We'll let him tell you his story, but our story is that at least a couple of us were sent by our deities to go to Nightstone. When we got to Nightstone, we saw that there were holes, giant holes in roofs, and giant boulders had been dropped on the town. The
They didn't
townsfolk
end up
had
there, did they?
fled. We went in, we tried to secure things, we chased a bunch of goblins out. Then we went to these, the dripping caves or something like that. The bat caves, and we brought the townsfolk back.
Okay.
Chased out some Zentarum that came in under the guise of
Spits when you say Zentarum.
that came in under the guise of
Right,
being
yes, they
helpful, and turned out they weren't. And then we were asked to deliver a message to Tribor, and we, because of we still wanted to be helpful, so we were on our way to Tribor. This cloud with a wizard's hat showed up, sent some stairs down. We went up the
This
stairs.
conversation is happening as you're
As
walking
we're,
in.
walking, as we're walking in, we meet the wizard, and he tells us about how he knows us, and
So half of this conversation has been taking place with the giant in.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so how he knows us and how we are going to help save the world from the giant menace, because he's been talking with extraplanar thingamabobs. I don't know what to call them.
Monkeys.
I don't know if they're other deities or if they're.
Maybe over John.
But I have read the book that he wrote, which honestly, it's a pretty good read until the end. It gets really weird. Okay, but he talks about his mentor, and it's a good insight into both wizards and giants
Okay.
and how they think.
So he's watching
really?
all of you as well as listening to the story. He kind of looks up at and at one point in the midst of the story, he.
And I'll take my wings down.
It only lasts a
unglow.
minute, right?
It only lasts a minute anyway, but I'll do it voluntarily.
Okay. And at one point he looks up and he says, "Well, what's your story in all this?" and he says, why are your kind attacking so suddenly? I mean, we've never been quite at peace, but this is just you. None of you giants have worked with each other's kind. Why are you all suddenly attacking at the same time, right? So he's looking up at him, and the wizard's still looking down, kind of crouched over. He's like, did your friend eat one of my babies? Right? He's like, only 3 of them have come back. And he looks back and he's like, no, thaumaturgy. Clara, did you eat one of them? And he kind of sticks his hand in and it's like, no, it just took off. You know, in common, just big giant head, no, it just took off. I was like, well, he says he didn't eat it. He says
his breath doesn't smell like Griffin.
Nope.
We are well acquainted with the smell of Griffin by now.
Yeah. And so he gives as best of an explanation as he can, which is about the best explanation that he gave you, of that he contacts other planes and gets messages, and that he's actually been here before, and he says every other time you guys have showed up, one of my babies have died, and I get hit with that nasty breath, and sometimes I just hate it when why can't we all just be friends? He just kind of mumbles all that out. And it's incoherent. The dwarf is like, at certain times, it's like they're looking at each other. Right? Eventually, the other guys kind of pop out of their form, back into their regular. And he says, "Well, you guys are spotted, and the Order of the Gauntlet owed a favor to the Lord's Alliance, and called in our strike team, and we're kind of out giant hunting right now.
So the Lord's Alliance and the Order of the Gauntlet are working together now.
Well, favors are owed.
Okay.
You know how that works.
Yeah.
You said they were over joint attacks?
All over. Yeah. Hill giants are attacking. Fire giants have been seen out.
When did they start?
He says actually it's still all pretty new. It sounds to me like you guys were a part of the beginnings of it. And we heard about cloud giants in our area, and so, the Lord's Alliance heard about cloud giants in the area, and so they called us in to see if we could,
Now, what we know is that the ones that attacked Nightstone had a castle, not just a tower, on their cloud. So castles are fair game.
Okay.
And apparently there was the town folks just said they had like a really, really big stone that was like really big and black and pointy, and apparently
It's their Nightstone.
yeah, it was
Got
the
taken
Nightstone.
by them.
And apparently when they attacked, they took down and then they left.
Okay.
Any idea why the Giants would be interested in the Nightstone?
Any new information is the information that we have. All we know is that there's been attacks throughout the land, throughout the alliance, and we are kind of the first response team.
Oh, you're the SWAT team.
That's exactly what it is. These guys are the SWAT team. First responders. Oh yeah, guys. Yes, you can dragon. And all these guys had veteran stats plus fun. Some of them had fun cleric and paladin abilities. So veterans are mean. Veterans are freaking mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I totally believed in you guys. So here, let me tell you behind the scenes. This is what I did. Okay. So when they came in, they says when they try to make a persuasion, it's 15. If they can do some good role playing, it's 15. Now I felt the white flag. That's a universal sign. I felt that was good, so I gave him a roll. Didn't get it. But then what that does, and this is what I added.
Okay.
What that does is that changes the DC to something harder. Because
So it was like
continued
15
failed
to 20.
right?
To
Yep. So it was failed to 19, right?
20.
Yeah, out of 20. And so you didn't persuade them to stop, but because it was 1 under, I'm like, okay, it will slow down. And then you did the same thing. You were 1 under. It went from 15 to 20 to 15.
Okay.
And I'm like, he's got to get it the next time, right? And
And I gave it to him.
You
guys
did. I rolled a 6. I rolled
Yeah.
a 6
I
on
saw
that
it.
D6. That's
So
what I did.
your bless,
Your bless and
your
your
bless,
bardic
your
inspiration.
thing. Use the crap out of those. Bless, in my opinion, is probably the most overpowered spell in this game, and it should be used all 3 of them.
And we have 3 clerics.
Don't worry.
So,
I grabbed bacon.
I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. The moment you popped the wings, I'm like, all right. It was at 15 again. I'm like, he's got a point. This is a good creature. He sees he's going to be able to be close enough to see the stuff. They're all clerics and paladins. We'll give them a chance to really talk. And you guys did well. You did well. So they're kind of hazy on details. They are able to tell you that there was an attack on another town. Let me find that. There was an attack. There was an attack close to Fandalen. Yeah, Fandalen was attacked. And, yeah. So, here's what we're going to do. So they tell you that, and they say, well, we're going to get back to patrolling, because that's what we're called to do.
Good luck.
I'm glad this didn't turn into any bloodshed, and good luck to you. I have no idea, but you have a cloud giant on your path that's speaking to someone. Hopefully that someone is good to you and you're not walking into a deeper trap, but you seem to kind of have your wits about you, so good luck.
We hopefully have 3
Head out,
guns
boys! They're kind of, you know, they're kind of,
And they only say Fandalen for the attack?
okay. Fandalen and...
Quite a range.
Yeah, Fandalen.
What about like Waterdeep? Did they nail Waterdeep
No.
yet? Or
Waterdeep's too.
Neverwinter?
They gotta be desperate to go after that. Okay. And Rivermoot.
Rivermoot.
That's further up north.
Never heard of that.
That's further up north, close to
Never
Mithril Hall.
been
That's
there.
where it's close. Further up north, close to Mithril Hall. That's where these guys are from.
Oh, okay.
So they're kind of taking a sweep. So that's real close to Mithril Hall. So these guys got on a dragon and then flying kind of southwest. And that's how they encountered you. Because they were heading kind of towards the Fandalen area. Because those are the 2 attacks that they knew of.
Okay.
They said there's more, and it's also like they're just the communication that they get from all the Lord's Alliance. That there's been sightings of giants, right? They kind of keep to their own. You know, they cause trouble every so often, but everyone's kind of got their territories. Territories being crossed. So we're going to take a moment and take a quick, what do we take, 10, 15-minute break?
Yeah.
And take a quick 10-minute break, and we'll be right back. All right, well, welcome back. We found this break is a beautiful thing, isn't it, guys? It's a nice little thing. Stretch the legs and get refreshed a little bit. But so we are watching the dwarves go on, say goodbye. Scratch gives in one more last insult because he
He's an idiot.
doesn't like his life for some reason. And
Well, I got that scorching ray prepared.
Don't worry, he's got 8 more.
yeah.
So he says.
So, say, I want to hear, you know what? Give me a charisma check on this. On this insult as you're going by.
Straight charisma.
Straight up charisma.
15.
One of the guys, as he passes by, kind of smiles and winks at you. Which is better than what was going to be happening if it was a bad one. You get knocked on your butt for disrespect. But he gets it. He gets it. You were kidding. You're making up for the thing you said before.
After he says that, as the guy walks by him, I just say, here's just
He just smiles at you. Hey, man, this is the SWAT team, you know? They never ass on each other. That's what they do, you know? It's the bros. They're together, they're the bros. They're used to that. He's cool. He's cool. Now you guys aren't actually a threat. He's cool. Damn, I just want to throw more dwarves at you because I love these minis. Okay. So
throw some weaker dwarves at us.
eventually I could. Yeah, that wasn't me. That was them. So the giant is thankful that you guys were able to talk about what he was doing.
So does that not happen? Has that not happened regularly?
Sometimes they don't show. Sometimes a few of you die. Sometimes you kill them. I'm pretty sure one time I died, but then I was close to dying, but I came out of it.
So in the past times, has anyone else shown up after?
Well, that's a really good question. He says, you know, depending on where you go, I go into Tribor. It's really hard to remember which one is which. You know, like, did the banshees fly? We're gonna say banshees. They're kind of ghost spirits, right? Sure. Do they fly?
Yeah, they fly, yeah.
Sure. You know, I can't remember, where the banshees showed up. And then, we're kind of running low on our water. We have to go down, get water. And so, it's a long trip. So sometimes things happen on the ground.
How much water do you need?
Well,
I can create 30 gallons of water a day.
create 30 gallons of water a day.
Well, actually, if I use all my crystal spells, I can create 120 gallons of water.
And I can swim in that 120 gallons for 15 minutes.
I'd rather do it before I go to bed, because with these spells that I haven't used.
Well, let's see. Who wants to do the math on how much water a giant intakes a day?
We can pass it. Ready? Ready to go.
Okay, well, first we know how much she pees a day.
It's just a light rain.
It is just a light rain over the. Yeah.
Where's the outhouse around here?
Oh my goodness.
We just do it in the clouds.
You just do it in the clouds, man. I'm telling you.
How much water does an average person drink a day?
Too much.
On average, optimal hydration is a gallon. But usually it's like 2 quarts or like half a gallon is like, normal.
So half a gallon total. And then how many times larger is a giant compared to a human?
Many.
About that.
That
4 times bigger.
Yeah, so I'm
He's
thinking.
probably down in about 9 gallons a day.
Oh, easily.
And then the griffins.
And then the griffins. Griffins kind of take care of themselves.
I can fill up.
Whoa!
whatever water receptacle he has.
Awesome.
It might take a few days to do it, but I can probably, top it off.
Cool. Well, that's quite useful. That's quite useful. Okay, well, so yeah, I mean, he names off a bunch of other words that don't sound fun. He names off a couple things that do sound fun.
That's really interesting. Can we do more of that?
Yeah, I'm not coming up. I mean, I can just do this.
And just scare the crap out of
There's the pseudo dragons. There's one time that we stopped and the purple worm jumped out, and then
and then
there's the flock of harpies, and then
And then
there's
Baylor came to visit.
and then there's the white dragon, and then whatever that is, right? So he's just kind of it's an interesting world, and he's seen a lot of different versions. And,
Okay. Next question. How close are we to Tri-War?
you guys are 10 days in, and
Pretty close.
Only 10 days.
I thought he said 11.
No,
He said 10. He
I
said
think so,
10 feet.
10 day.
did I say that?
I think you
I thought you
did.
said it was a 10 day.
Did I say that? I might have said that.
if you're filling out this job,
It's 11 and a half days.
Okay.
So he said around the 10 day.
All
So.
right. So.
Tomorrow.
This is setting up slots as well. So.
if you're filling up this water, I can, go take a swim in it. Give it a nice
You could
season.
just scratch some of those times with scratch save the day.
So
Those are flavored water. What could go wrong?
Many times, I'm sure.
No offense to you, Monsieur, but I'm not sure. I would handle this more. I mean, I don't even know if it's like a delicacy for, everybody has to drink stuff. And like, wait, oh,
what does your water taste like?
Water. A little bit of raspberry.
exfoliating scales.
Griffins taste the water. They will develop a taste for the lizard. And you don't want the griffins coming
So, okay,
Yo, real question. How far am I through the giant blanket?
how far are you through? Oh gosh, I mean, yeah, I guess you started that
Day one.
day one. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting pretty far. It's looking pretty good. You feeling confident to be able to get her done?
It's a pretty giant blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just happy. He's just making his
There's
day.
lovely blood splatters all around it, but
So,
It makes it personal.
so yeah, so he, okay, yeah, so the day goes on. But as the sun is setting,
same day.
same day. You can hear him muttering a lot more than usual, right? And it sounds worried. And you catch on, you hear him kind of referencing his babies a couple more times. And his griffin isn't coming back. His baby hasn't come back yet, and he's concerned. And he says, listen, I need to turn around. I need to go back. I need to find him. I know the general direction where he is, but I need to get him. He's my baby. I just.
How long will it take to get there?
Oh, I mean, you guys. It's only been like a few hours,
Okay.
right? But he's been able to reach out, and he says, I've been able to, but he's not moving. He's kind of in the same spot, and he seems hurt. I need to.
Okay.
So it's going to take him a few hours.
A few extra hours. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Well, definitely. And anything we can do to help you out, because I mean, you're giving us a ride for free.
Yeah.
And it's not like we have any stations here that won't control this castle, though.
Only an hour, sir.
So you guys kind of feel it slow down, and you feel it shift as it moves a different direction. And a couple hours go by, and at this point, he's just outside all the time. In fact, he's dropped the clouds and he's just watching. His eyes are peeled. He's watching. He's hoping he'll see his baby come home. And every once in a while, he comes back up. He goes back up. and he kind of mutters, and then he comes back down, and he kind of searches the skies, and he searches the ground, and then he goes back up, and you feel it start to descend. Right? So he has it start to descend, and as you are coming down, kind of out of the clouds, okay, the sun's setting.
Land ho!
Yes, land ho, and what you see is a vast set of hills, and he mentions to you that that this area is called
The Desert Valley?
no,
Desert Hills.
it's called the Desert Hills. Yes.
It's
Yes. And anyone proficient in nature?
Yep.
Go ahead if you got nature.
Jack of all trades.
If no one else is proficient in nature, I'll let you go ahead.
I'm in here.
Jack it up.
I totally missed the dice box there.
Is this in proficient? Can I roll?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm no help. 7.
Okay.
I'm no help either.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 5. I'm proficient, so I got 6. Because nature's intelligence, not wisdom.
Oh yeah.
I also rolled a 5.
Alright. So, I mean, you guys know you're in the area. I mean, anywhere that's not on like well-traveled roads and established places, there's danger, right? Danger, potential danger. And so he actually, he says, I saw him in the hills. I think he's over there. I saw a river. I know I saw, oh, yes, there's a river. And then he goes back up because he's kind of watching, and then and so he starts heading down towards this direction or whatever, and he says, I know that I saw him close to a lake, a small lake, nothing, probably, and he heads down to this area or whatever, and he's actually gonna park it on the ground because he's getting out.
On the ground?
He's getting out and going. Yeah.
Before he leaves, I kind of want to go up to him and say, do you know exactly where he is?
I know that if I was told to follow this, and he'd be at the end. Same kind of language he's always been getting.
Okay.
We're for us.
Because if we wait till morning, I can pinpoint his exact location.
I'm not waiting till morning.
Okay. And I'll go with him.
Huh?
Then I'm going to go with the giant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's fast. Big legs. I mean,
So we're running.
yeah, you're
Oh, no,
jogging to keep up.
I'm like gonna climb up him before we leave.
Oh, he's not interested in that.
Shoulder. No?
No, he's not interested in that. I mean, you can ask.
I will ask.
Yeah, no. He says no.
Not even a persuasion, like please, sir, please.
You are like you are. If my child is in need and you're asking me for a piggyback ride, right?
That's true.
Yeah, no. You're kind of like, can I get on? And he just, as he's walking away from you, just kind of yells back, no. And he just goes, right?
Okay.
So after he gets rejected from the giant, I'm gonna tell the lizard to come over here.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm gonna like kind of grab the lizard and gonna do a weird maneuver. So I kind of like slide to the ground and immediately shapeshift into a warhorse
Okay.
with him on top of me.
Okay, you're now a warhorse. So you
Involuntarily.
have something to ride on now. Did you take that feat?
No.
No, but I can shapeshift into it.
Okay. All right.
Well, the warhorse should be big enough for the two of us then.
Probably.
More for me.
It's a large beast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wait, we've got other horses.
Yes, we do.
while you guys figure out that,
We're following the
everyone else is running. Okay. It kind of leads you
Except
down.
Zathira.
Then you.
Ari is staying right where she is.
Sorry, not going. Okay.
I'm watching them.
What about the cat? Is the cat staying with Ari?
Yeah.
Cat's gonna stay with Zatari.
Of course he would.
Macy.
Okay.
Macy makes her own decisions. What's Macy doing?
Maisie is.
Probably gotta
Maisie is actually Maisie really likes these griffins.
So is she gonna hang out
You
with
might have
the-
lost your potential familiar to these griffins.
So is she gonna hang out with the remaining ones, or come help find the potentially injured one?
You can ask her.
Okay.
What is she?
You
Yeah.
can ask her.
Maisie, do you want to come find the injured one, or stay with them?
Kind of looks back. Kind of looks forward. Looks at you. Kind of looks back, and it stays.
Stays.
Yeah. Kind of looks back. Kind of. Yeah. Kind of turns around, and there's your sound. There it is.
Yeah. So she
okay.
makes her own decisions.
Yep, she did. And so Maisie's. It's getting late. She's tired. She's gonna go cuddle. Yeah. So so you can. So as you guys are keeping up with the giant again, the murmuring continues. You can just feel this poor cloud giant and his anxiety as he's wondering. You know, is he gonna find his baby dead? Is he gonna, and who wants to give me a good name for the griffin that's now?
Zamfir.
Okay, Zamfir, awesome. So he just keeps saying Zamfir, and it just kind of, and you hear him like, just like when you had the thorn in your paw, and I pulled it out for you, and that's when you reminded. You hear all these little stories or whatever, and so you kind of you're following this just little stream that just kind of creeps its way through the hills, and you kind of it opens up and kind of a couple hills kind of shove up right next to one another, and it kind of starts pooling in this area, and barely could call it. It's a pond. It's a big pond. It's not even a lake. This is a big pond, and sure enough, at the far side of the pond, you see the griffin, and it is moving, and it kind of starts up right when it sees you, and but then you can tell it's like favoring one of its legs, and one of its wings remains folded, right? So it kind of starts hobbling three-legged towards, right? And so you guys are following, watching this scene, and I mean, he's overjoyed, right? I mean, just the fact that his pet's alive or whatever.
As soon as we get into range,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to cast Healing Word on the griffin if it looks like it's sustained injuries.
Sure.
So-
But before you do that, before you get close enough, okay? Who's good at the perceptions?
I got a +6.
I'm a 16 passive perception.
Yeah, I got a 16.
I'm at a 22 passive.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll let my perceptive people make a perception roll.
I was gonna say, we have.
I'm proficient,
Yeah,
but I'm not
that-
perceptive.
Guidance.
Well, I'm gonna.
I'm at mine.
Okay,
Again,
well,
yeah.
if I don't guidance,
You're
it's
not
still
specifically looking for a thing.
okay. Well, 16.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay.
26.
Are you proficient?
I'm not proficient. but
You're not.
I'm not proficient.
Okay, then no.
26.
26. Okay. You hear a tiny. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? Before I say what the tiny thing is. Okay, we're gonna push this aside. Okay, and you guys are going to. Does anyone have water on them? No. Okay.
Does this mean something's happening?
Always. Yeah, Mike. Can you just
Oh,
drop?
mine's all gone. I was just
Okay.
saying. Sorry.
I need a griffin.
That's like a griffin.
What am I doing?
Are we about ready to get ambushed?
No,
Thank you,
no,
man.
we're not ready. You are about ready to get ambushed.
Well, I went with them.
You!
Meanwhile,
Why did you
meanwhile-
decide to stay back here again?
Leaving a floating castle on the ground seems like a really bad plan, and leaving no one in it.
I completely understand.
I think they take off with it.
Yes, 100%.
That'd be funny to get carjacked.
Or cloud jack.
Grand theft, floating castle.
And you think whatever would steal the castle wouldn't be able to take on the two of us?
Grand Theft Cloudo. Favorite news stories.
I went with the majority of the people.
See,
All right.
it doesn't matter so much if we can create enough racket that they come back.
So here's what you guys are gonna do. This is something
just
fun
didn't
that I
feel
like
like
to do
running.
every so often.
Griffin.
Awesome. I would like. Let's see here. One,
And the getaway vehicle is always a good idea.
3. I need 4 of you to volunteer. You're going to help me draw this map out.
Oh boy.
Okay?
I'll volunteer.
Okay, we got 2 hands here, so I need 2 more. Another hand there, 1 more, 1 more. Okay, starting from the left to the right, you're gonna draw the stream, the lake, and the where it's kind of pooling, or the big pond, right? You are going to draw the, you're gonna draw like the features of the hill, like the hills space, like you know when you draw maps how like this is the elevation and it goes up
With
right
the
here.
elevation lines.
Yeah, the elevation lines. Do you know what I'm saying when I say that? Okay, so you're gonna draw elevation lines to kind of help build the hills. You are going to draw trees and rocks and stuff like that.
Oh boy.
Okay, you are gonna give me a unique feature.
Okay.
It could be
Unique.
whatever. A volcano! You're going to give me a unique feature. If you want to, feel free to even look at the terrain stuff over there and just bring something over if you want to. I'll tell you, one of my favorite encounters ever with my past group was when someone brought over the snake face.
Yes.
And we turned that into the most insane encounter.
Deadliest.
Yeah,
One of the
our
most-
deadliest encounter.
It was insane, but how awesome was it? Did anyone actually die?
No.
Then why you can't call it deadly? I killed some of you guys.
I mean, the potential was there. I was.
That was Luke and Teal's last session, I think. That basically.
Luke and
killed
Teal and
the
I,
cat.
Roscoe.
I scared away Roscoe and Lucatil with that one.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Alright, you are going to give me elevation. You are going to, between the blue, the green, yeah.
Elevations, man.
Okay, so, Mark, why don't you come on over and draw us a lake?
Oh yeah, the lake's the central feature, so I'm gonna wait for that to go.
Yep, lake goes first, elevation,
And
you're
then-
gonna decorate it, and
Yep.
he's gonna
Remember,
give
it's
me
a large
unique
pond.
feature.
Yeah.
Again.
So
Really
do you
tiny
want,
fire.
So do you want like a lake at the basin and then the hills coming out from around it?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Probably want it. He said it was a reasonably large lake, right?
There's a really large pond.
Okay. And then there was a river coming out of it?
Yeah.
There's a river leading into it.
Yep.
yes.
Stream.
Going into and out of, I imagine.
River into and out of, or just into?
Bigger creek, basically into the lake, and out of it's kind of a trickling creek, right?
Okay.
So, yeah. My DM would do this every so often. My first DM, and again,
Mash it up with the squares.
combined, we would
Little bit.
make stuff so cool
Yeah.
and so unique.
I won't. Just everywhere.
Well, you don't have to fight on it, so it's not an issue, right?
Why do you think I volunteered?
All right, I have a terrain piece.
We got a bit of a river coming
I
into
will
it.
reveal it.
Mhm.
That's
Dude, it's
You'll
not
reveal
just
at the
a
end.
circle.
yes.
I like it.
Circles are boring. And it's a hexagon map. So that's
You know, I never really understood circles. They have no point.
You are the worst.
That's pretty. Again,
I mean, that was really good, but you
I
were the
respect
worst.
the ability, bud. I really do. But
And we had a bit of a creek coming out of it.
yep.
I think you're on the edge there.
I think he's such a square.
Such a blockhead.
See me at work.
Why are you high as a kite?
Say info this way.
Kyle's over there going 2-0 against.
Is
Just
it like
literally draw an arrow on one of them.
Yeah, is it like fast moving or?
No, it's
pretty
just
steady?
moving that direction. That's good.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, these are hills. They're not like
Mountains.
mountains.
It's fast enough to concern a vampire.
Good call.
All right. Now.
Okay, give us.
I think I really think
so
you
give
really
us what
stake that
you
point.
know. Like, give us some of the terrain.
It's basically just gonna follow the river.
Follows the river as it juts out.
Do you want anything to drink? You good? Let me go grab my something to drink. Good.
So these lines are like 10 feet of elevation, 5 feet of elevation.
Okay.
Regular water.
As it needs to be.
Well, your call, because that's what you're going to tell us, because you're helping us build.
Okay, so there's at least a little bit of a cliff there.
Hmm?
All right. So while he's starting over there, I'll just
Yeah,
kind
you
of
can start
explain
down
here.
So again, this is like this is
I'll say that's just 10 feet. For
Okay.
simplicity's sake. That's 10
There's a rock.
there's a rock.
And there's another rock.
Okay.
And there's another rock. There's a stump.
Stump.
Yeah, there's a stump, and then there's part of a tree that's just kind of
Alright.
splashed down into the water there.
Okay.
Here's a tree. Here's another tree.
Okay. Here,
Here's a tree
rooting
that's
for you,
growing
Sarge.
into the root.
here, let's do this, so we kind of know these are trees.
Oh, I
Okay.
can't believe it. They're beautiful.
Oh,
Right. Okay. And
What a relief.
Yeah, we're really rooting around here for these.
Yeah.
But
Grass-fed
I
fruits.
had to go on a
Very
limb,
good.
Why
guys.
would
you
we
want to come
do
over
that?
here and do
I
some
had to go
more?
on a limb.
Rock.
Can't be just a stick in the mud.
Here's a big giant boulder right there.
Oh, you want a boulder jutting out of it?
Yeah.
All right.
Why
Boulder
not?
is just an island.
Well, almost looks like one.
Well, it's a pond, it's not a lake, so
Yeah. So it could be just a big.
it'd just be a big rock.
wait, that rock is in the middle of the lake?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making
Does it
sure.
Really
look anything
rocking
like
here.
the Nightstone
Okay, that's where I
rock
can
by
put my
chance?
thing.
Does
Yeah, we
not.
found it!
There. Oh, there it is. No.
Well, I guess we're gonna be on here for another 20 days as we go back to Nightstone and return.
There's another rock. It's just gonna made off course over there. There's a bunch of leaves and whatnot over there. There's a stump over there.
Right.
What about?
A shrubbery.
There is some shrubs over here.
You know, just don't beat about around the bush, guys. Just
I'm not trying to. I wonder if there are any birds in here. You know what they say about birds and bushes?
I mean, there's one. It just
Happy
doesn't look like a
little
bird right now.
trees.
Bird in the hand equals 2 in the bush. Or, in our case, 2 birds is worth 4 in the bush.
And it just goes that way.
Because bird.
And then over there, there's some big grove of trees on top of that raising elevation
Trees?
there. Yes,
Oh yeah.
just a bunch of trees,
Okay. Trees over here.
and it's otherwise it's pretty clear over there.
It's pretty clear over here.
And probably dry. There's a rock here. There's another rock here.
So is it like grassy on that side then?
Yeah, it's like bushy grass there.
Good.
And
Good.
then-
You give me some good stuff. You give me good stuff to play with.
And I'll leave the rest of the spaces open.
Okay. Very good. Now let's see our unique feature.
That's what I said. 2 birds comment.
right on in the center of the lake is
Nice.
a giant sphinx.
Hey,
It is a sphinx-looking thing. Okay. so-
Although it looks more like a goat.
It does look more like a goat. There's a giant goat statue on that island.
all right.
And we'll just say that that fits on the rock, even though it
All
is a
right.
little.
Outrage. It should be a
More like a
cow.
ram.
Okay.
actually.
Okay, you put it like that, right?
Well,
Alright. I'm gonna say it's like half sunk into it.
let's steal it and say, so we can say we
And
got
what
to
you-
go.
Adjust the camera so that the camera can see all of it.
Okay. So, okay, yep, there's a lot to pick up here. Is that good?
No, I think you want to bring it a little closer and tilt the camera up just a little bit. There you go. There you go.
Alright.
Look at that lovely goat.
Is that like a bridge or a log? Or
A log,
something?
yeah, a tree fell across it.
Yep.
Right, very good.
Stuff.
Alright. Okay, so
Not that we know.
this, what looked like a boulder then, is actually part of, gosh, something that,
It's a goat shrine.
yeah. Yeah.
These
Okay,
people sacrifice goats.
very good.
You better believe it.
That was bad.
There it is. There it is. Okay, so we'll say
Then they're trying to goad a response on me.
you guys come in over here.
I'm sorry, I'm behaving
Yeah, just
so
bring it
sheepishly.
home.
I'm sorry, I'm behaving so sheepishly.
Very capricious.
Grab it by its horns. And
Come on, guys, we gotta rein it in.
All right. So
I mean, I'm more that's horses, but still.
I hope you are enjoying this at home because
We
you know
sure
what, this is
are
for your enjoyment.
not.
I hope you're enjoying
we
it.
may be
Just
losing
point order.
viewers.
2 of us aren't actually there. 2 of us aren't
I said,
actually
we
there.
sure
That's
are
right.
not enjoying
Yep,
this.
scratching.
Hanging out over here. Okay. So here's what happens. You guys are kind of running along. The moment he sees his baby, he starts running. And it outpaces you. Go, 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 go.
Well, how fast? Because I can go 120 feet per hour.
You are not feeling like you want to run in this area
Okay.
because this is not flat ground.
Okay.
And you know that charge that they did on Lord of the Rings?
Hmm.
They had to walk that like 100 times before any rider was willing to run on that because all it took was a hole with some other animal to break their leg. So if you want to risk running it, you can. But I'm just saying you do not feel like it's very wise. This is not open field running area.
I'll keep up at my normal speed instead of dashing. So 60 feet per hour.
Okay? Well then that will put you and him here. Okay?
Cayman's on the back of him, too.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
is
you
it?
did jump on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I've got the other
Sorry,
horse
guys.
with.
Sure.
Splitting the party.
Let's continue to split us up even, spread us out even further.
No, that's
So I'm
did I
trying to
see
keep up.
something with my
Remember to
perception
never
you were going
Okay.
to?
As this is going on, you hear,
Okay.
because apparently, as a horse,
You can hear very
you
well.
can hear better when you're running along.
Clippity-clop, clippity-clop, clippity-clop.
Horse.
My horse actually gives me the same perception bonus that my
Okay.
bird form gives me, which is a +7.
+7. Damn, perceptive
Yeah,
already.
I am.
All right, so you hear, no one else hears it. You hear a tiny, what you think is like a tiny little,
From where?
you know, at this point, well, you know what? The dice are telling the story there. I love it. You hear it. Like across the way.
Like
They're ventriloquist.
by the goat statue or on the other side of
Other
the
side. Well, that direction. I'm just gonna say, with that, what'd you get? Like a 26 or
26,
something?
yeah.
26. The sound, the water is fairly still. It kind of gently slides in here at the undercurrent, so it's not like crashing over the water or whatever. It kind of fills it in that way or whatever, and yeah, you hear it. It must have skipped over the water. You kind of hear like a this is tiny little.
Okay, I'm going to pretty much immediately come to a very fast stop. So, and immediately like flick my head over
Animal
that
handling.
direction.
Animal handling. Animal handling.
I have plus 6 to this.
That's
I'm
fine.
efficient, so 16.
Okay.
11.
I
You're
came
gonna
in. Better get wet tape.
give me a strength.
You're good at this.
18.
You feel the legs, strong, powerful, stocky legs, and grip your sides as you suddenly realize, oh yeah, I have riders.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so my-
shouldn't let it fall off.
So after actually my head is focused in that direction. Once I know he's secure again,
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna turn my body and like start visually investigating it and like pawing my ground
Sure.
to indicate that there's something there.
What is it, Lassie? What do you see?
Down, Bessie.
Woof.
Do you point like a hunting dog?
Well, I
Okay,
don't see it.
so you
there,
guys are able to get to about there. These two meet,
Uh-oh, Billy's in trouble, Lassie.
and the moment he gets to him, bleep, they teleport.
Whoa.
And they're right next to you guys.
Oh,
Well, oh,
hey, you
okay.
got. Oh, you found your baby.
Yup.
Where are the others?
Dying. It's fine.
I'm not that far. I'm only 60 feet away from you guys.
Where'd they go?
No, us.
Yeah, you
Oh,
guys.
they're back with you guys.
The giant's back
Just
with us.
teleported back to us.
Okay, I guess we were the smart ones. All
Did
right.
the giants say anything?
Does the giant say anything?
Like when did he like verbally cast a spell?
Yeah. Yeah, he teleported.
Okay.
He just left us out here.
Bye, sis.
It's like, we stop and we're just like, that's not what was supposed to happen.
You know what? If he was competent, but he's not competent.
No.
Oh, wow.
He's
Obviously
eccentric.
not.
He's in his own little world. You know.
Drew this map for nothing. All right, just head back.
Hey, where'd it go?
It's gonna be fun, guys. Trust me.
Let's just turn around and go back then.
Well, I do want to ask him why he stopped all of a sudden.
You heard the sound. Again,
Like
you're
a
not
gas.
really gonna be able to say anything.
It's always the druid that hears.
Come here.
That's the frustrating thing about being a druid. You can't talk when you're
We have a
shapeshifting.
fairly high wisdom party because like 3 clerics and a druid.
Too bad we don't have the halfling anymore that can speak telepathically.
Yeah.
3 clerics and a druid walk into a bar.
I was gonna say she didn't even have message. It
Ouch,
was her
I should've
like,
ducked.
racial ability.
Exactly.
How's your dexterity must just be awful.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna
So
say that, like, as you kind of reacted, you're kind of processing what you heard.
Yeah.
And
So after the initial of like me stamping at the ground, kind of processing what I heard, my head kind of picks up, and why don't you guys make an animal handling check
That would be me.
to see if you can kind of
I do,
16.
I do
Okay.
imagine you in the front. Yeah.
yeah. So
He is in the front.
your my expression is as a horse, as best as you can kind of determine, is not so much of like
He has a long
standing at
face.
attention, like ready for battle, but more like concern and searching.
Ears.
He doesn't look.
It's all
He doesn't
ears.
look worried.
Are your
Doesn't
ears,
sound
like, forward?
scared. Doesn't seem to be like. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
not readying himself for a fight. He was more searching, seeking.
So the ears are
Yeah.
flicking.
I kind of try and I ask, what are you looking for? And I'm not really expecting it.
Starts
Yes, sir.
writing in the sand. No.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna take my front leg and kind of bend it and go down, which I think is how horses usually like allow their riders to dismount when
Oh,
they're
sure.
shorter, right?
He wants to get
Yeah, he wants us to
Yeah.
get off. Okay.
I mean, I can unshape shift, but I think
Yeah.
it'll be safer.
Get off first.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm basically
Okay, get
gonna
off.
indicate to you guys to dismount.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, let's not ride the bird.
All right, we get off.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I'll unshape shift.
Okay.
And I look at you guys. I think I heard a child over here.
Where?
You guys are kind of in
Hello?
the middle of nowhere.
where children should be out here.
And so I kind of take my my hand and just kind of like hold it out, palm up, and kind of with the talon like gently like point in the general direction I heard it, because I'm trying to do it in a very non-threatening way.
Perception check to see if I can look over where he's pointing.
We'll look in that direction.
It's not quite dark yet, just so you know.
Okay.
We're not in the middle of darkness.
Modified 20.
19.
You know, hang on. You guys aren't in the middle of nowhere. Okay.
First off, there's a giant goat statue right there.
Kind of. You guys are. Hang on.
So, Satari, do you play cards?
Yeah, not typically.
It's gonna be a while.
Yeah, you guys.
Do you have a set on?
You guys aren't. You guys.
Perhaps.
You guys are about a day's journey, walking journey, from Westbridge.
Ooh.
I don't know where that is.
It's across the river from the inn. What's it called?
Oh, Yawning Portal?
No.
Well, it's close.
I don't know why
to,
you say the inn.
It's
That's
close
where
to
I think.
Stonebridge.
That kind of helps.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm thinking.
Yeah, this is the.
I was thinking it was across from the Barge Ride Inn, but it's not.
Yeah.
No, this is north of there.
Yeah.
So are these
Yeah. That's
boulders
actually
or
a cut
bushes?
in between Westbridge
Yeah, those are
and that is Red Larch.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
two?
That's like a
I
grove
kinda
of
know
trees
what
up
it
there.
is.
It's like
My
trees up on
character
the
doesn't
hill.
quite what I do.
Yeah. So, I mean, you peer across the lake. Go ahead, and you said you were peering.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
what'd you roll?
I was.
Modified 20.
And I got a 19.
Okay. Yeah, you actually see. You see two heads pop up from behind the boulder and then kick back down.
From the boulder over there?
This boulder?
Let's say that it is. Yeah, that boulder.
That was right there. Fireball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moving on.
And you are now evil.
You have fireball.
Is everything alright over there?
She
I'm just gonna
wasn't
start making my way
earlier.
towards that boulder.
One more level.
right.
You're going to have to
I'll
cross
flip.
some water.
Yep.
On foot. We're at dash fun. If I'm gonna have to do it.
Yeah, there's a bit of a cliff there.
Well,
Yeah.
right fun. I'll do the
We're
long
going
way
to have to go.
around.
We're going to have to go the long way around if we're
Okay.
going to go over there.
So you kind of yell out, and you really don't get much of a response. You maybe hear some like little whispering or whatever, but
It's alright. You got nothing to be afraid of.
you know.
I mean, I may look like a big meanie, but
Sure.
I can tell you I'm not.
As they are starting to move like towards that direction, I can see the kids, right?
Mix up some cards.
Yeah, they're
And overalls.
terrible at hiding. They their heads kind of pop in and out every so
Are
often.
they actually children?
They are.
I'm over.
Well, I mean, they're little children's heads.
They appear human.
So I'm going
Children.
to dive into the water.
Me
The
too.
bird is gonna. Okay.
Well,
You
as I
might
hit the
want to check
water.
to see how deep the water is first.
Fish swim.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
birds.
you can't see me. I'm underwater at this point.
So you dive in the water towards them, and then the
lizard
person
follow
jumps in.
suit.
Okay.
Because I have 30 swim
There's the
speed
fast
and
way
can
with
breathe underwater for
physical
15
growth.
minutes.
So you
like,
guys start.
I don't have a problem.
Swimming. You guys
Just keep
start
swimming,
going
just
this
keep
way.
swimming.
Yep.
No, leave me right where I was.
You're gonna stay here.
I'm going to stay there.
Sark, you.
Yeah, I'm
And,
gonna start going
I'm just
around.
going to keep an eye on the
Where you gonna
kids.
go?
They can go around, and I'm going to
Where are you gonna go?
be the artillery if anything bad goes down.
Okay.
It's a good idea. Let's all just split up.
Yeah.
Technically, we're not split up.
We're not split up. You two are over there. Those two are.
I
in
mean,
the water.
we're still in the same general area.
And we're still back at base
Okay,
camp.
There's a
so
giant
I need
sea
to
serpent
know
in
what
that.
you guys are gonna do. You are gonna do, because you guys are definitely gonna get there the quickest. You are gonna get there the fastest out of all of them, or are you trying to stay with the bird who's
I'm not a
flapping
bird.
in the water? Huh?
I shapeshift into a fish.
Oh!
Can you shapeshift into something with a swim speed?
I can. I have 4th level now.
Okay.
Okay, so we're at the same speed, so we're good. Probably.
Okay.
Then it would be
Actually,
your
you're
shape.
fish.
Yes,
Like
kind
a-
of fish?
I am determining that right now because that's.
Are
I
you
know that
Nemo?
can be like a.
Yes.
Because Nemo's not scary.
Well, I know Quipper is an option. I'm just looking up what other like fish options are. but-
Whatever
Probably
you want to be,
Quipper,
man.
yeah.
You'd rather
Quipper
have
is
Just use
like
the
the general
use the
fish.
Quipper stats for whatever fish you choose to be.
All right. Yeah, I'll be some sort of.
I'm partial to bluegill.
I'll be a clownfish.
That's not funny.
And you choke and die because you're not solvable.
I was just gonna say, is
I'm
it
a
still
freshwater
alive?
clownfish.
Clownfish.
Magic.
Cause magic, yeah.
That's magic.
Look, clownfish don't move that fast to begin with.
Yeah, you're definitely outpaced.
No.
You literally
He's
just
a,
stay in a
he's
needle.
a giant
Pick you up.
clownfish.
Yeah.
Biggest clownfish.
I think I'll be a Quipper. That's the only one that comes to mind at the moment.
All right.
'cause I didn't have it
So-
set up.
So you dive in, the bird turns into a fish. So you guys are getting there. What's your play here?
When I get to the other side of the water, I'm going to unshapeshift, go back into a bird, and start slowly approaching them.
I will shake out my scales like a dog.
Wow, you guys
Like when they get out of the water.
Right?
And then
Choke
start
them.
walking
There's a
over.
giant bird.
And the lizard.
It's fine, boy.
Scratch.
The two most non-normal people in our party get to them first, and they're gonna terrify the kids.
Here comes the orc to follow up, by the way.
Half orc, mind you.
Like that's what they're gonna see. Oh, now, you know what? He looks more human, except for those giant teeth
And they're like bluish gray skin.
and bluish gray skin. Yeah, that's
All
not
half orcs
terrifying.
look more orc than human, and it makes me sad because half orcs can look more human.
What's your AC?
They're throwing rocks at
14?
you.
14?
Yeah.
They're throwing rocks at you.
That's not nice.
Hey, I rolled a 14.
Okay.
Actually, a little ball bearing
Oh, even better.
comes and smokes you
Right in the eye.
and does the damage.
They're shooting guns at us.
No, he's got a slingshot.
Old-fashioned guns.
Yeah.
Ye old gun.
Which actually, a slingshot would actually have a.
Ye old gun. I love
Okay,
that.
so one.
And someone hurt.
So 1 damage.
So 1 damage. You're still just a 1. Yeah.
It's a great
And
kid.
yeah, and as soon as you approach, he's like, "Get away from my sister!" It's a human boy,
Okay.
and he's backing up. He's got her, and he just as soon as you get up, he kind of stands out. Stay away from my sister! And kind of puts his arms back, and he's like, "We didn't do nothing to you."
It's alright, boy. You didn't do nothing. You're alright.
No harm.
Way over there.
So
The
I'll.
girl looks at you and screams. You're a
With an
freaking
interest?
talking lizard.
With an 8 charisma,
And
I'm
she
obviously not good at this.
screams.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Just
This
him
is
trying to
how
awkwardly
Rocket League party.
smile.
So whenever she does that, I take my quarter staff and I kind of put it out in front of the lizard, like indicate like don't approach further. And I'm gonna kind of drop to one knee and just kind of put my hand. I was like, it's okay, we won't hurt you.
Animal handling.
Now you get your inspiration. Okay? Now you get your freaking inspiration. Give me a persuasion.
Persuasion. All right.
Animal handling. Wow!
That gives me animal handling.
Says the DM who wanted to roll animal handling for the two people who were on the horse.
It's a horse riding a horse. That's actually animal handling. That's their ability to stay on a horse. This is a bird talking to a child.
So
What's
here's
the
the thing.
difference?
I rolled a 2
Next
and I
time,
have a
bring a
negative
basket of
2.
brownies.
So what I said, I accidentally said in Druidic.
Okay.
Or
You speak a
Algonquin or
language.
Orin or something, yeah.
Okay.
We're going to
He's
beach
like-
now with kids.
Okay, so he whips another one at you, but it whizzes by your head and says, "I warn you! I warn you! You get back now! You get back now!" Go on back to your nest.
What's this kid's melting ages?
It's gonna be about 10.
Why does the kid sound like
He's just got an accent. I don't
he
know.
sounds like a
New Yorker. I was gonna say more Australian.
I was gonna say Louisiana.
See, yeah, I was kind
You get back now. You get back now.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guarantee.
he sounds like a redneck.
Yeah, exactly. The hill people, man. Yeah.
Hill.
It's a freaking kid who can, you know,
He
Are
can
they,
take care of
he
himself.
knows how to take
Boy.
care of himself, and then his sister is obviously a few years younger.
Do either of them look injured at all?
Huh?
Do either of them look injured or tired or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
no.
Regardless, I'm going to
or-
cast Healing Word on the boy, so he kind of gets a cool, airy sensation on it.
What are you
And-
doing? What are you doing?
And I'll say again, it's
Bad
okay.
touch,
We are
bad
here
touch.
to help.
Okay, I'm gonna say, while this is going on, you guys are kind of picking your way across the mud and the brush that you got here, and you're kind of walking.
Yeah, I think we would have. After we
Okay.
crossed the creek, I would have dismounted and started to walk towards them.
Dismounted?
They were the other
Yeah, we were on the other horses.
We had a horse.
One of the other horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow
Yeah.
got one of those things down.
You were on.
Yes, he did. So you got horses. You
Yeah.
take one of the horses.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you guys were on one of the actual
Yeah.
horses. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright, boy. Either them or, yeah. I'll make sure of that.
Hey, that's the thing.
Oh, great.
Or is it gonna be more screaming? Because I just wanted the signal.
Yeah, you guys are too far away. I'm sorry, you're out of this.
I'm gonna suggest to start the. Let me go first, maybe.
Good idea. Okay.
I'm
I'll
not
just.
as tall.
Alright.
Uh,
I'll be like right behind you. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah,
From the other side, so now they're surrounded.
That's really great move, guys.
I won't get too close. I'll stand by the other side of the boulder, so I'm not all that close.
Okay, this is just for fun. I need you to make it. I need you to
non-intimidation
make
check?
a perception check.
Ooh.
23 with natural 20.
As you're approaching them, you know, kind of picking your way through the things, or whatever, you actually see the kid has laid a trap that will grab your leg, and you're not sure if it's meant for you or meant for some sort of like animal, like he's trapping something or something like that. But you see it, and you're like you're about to step in it or whatever. And as he's watching, he kind of looks down and looks up, looks down and looks up or whatever. And you kind of follow his gaze and you see this trap or whatever. And so you kind of step over it. And he's like, oh man, I was wondering what was going to happen there. You know, he's like, oh, it's clever one there. Okay. It's like, what do you want? We're just here waiting. Okay? We're just here waiting for her. Just leave us alone.
Waiting for what?
We're waiting. We're waiting. Listen,
I'm trying.
she's not gonna come if you're here.
Ooh.
We were supposed to come by ourselves. No adults. And you're gonna ruin it. This is our one chance. You're gonna ruin it. You actually sees fighting tears. You're gonna ruin it. This is our one chance. This is our one chance.
One chance for what?
These aren't Hansel and Gretel, are they?
I imagine
What are the
they're
chances
really
that
small.
it's their actual name?
He says, okay, let's see. You guys have been terrible with your ability to talk to him, so.
I mean,
I do not
Left
have
your
a high
prismatic
charisma.
characters back at the base.
You really
camp.
did.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you give me a persuasion to see if you are any nicer than the freaking lizard and bird.
The thing is, Taman is the only kind of
18.
charismatic person here, and
18?
he's over there.
yeah.
So, okay. I'm so glad you got that because,
I'm trying really hard to be extra nice with them.
okay, so you kind of come down to their level. You get on your knees, right? You kind of sit down and just, you know, like, who you know, so what was your question again?
Who are you waiting for?
Yeah, who are you waiting for? Yeah, thank you. I completely forgot.
It's not even there.
If I tell you, you leave or at least get out of sight.
If you're
because she said we couldn't bring adults, or she wouldn't share the secret with us. Okay? And so that's what he says. He asks you, he's like, at least leave. Because if she sees you, she's not gonna come. And then the little girl, like through tears, is like, I was looking forward to seeing your puppy again. And yeah, and
I feel like they're about ready to be kidnapped.
Yeah. Stranger
says,
danger.
so he goes on to tell you that that there's rumors about these hills, that there's great treasure, right? That there's great treasure, and that their family is very poor, and that they met this wonderful lady who has been so kind to them and has given them food and even given them some money to give to their parents, right? And she said that there's treasure here. There's treasure here in the goat, somewhere, close to the goat, and that, but that she needs a strong young man to go in and get it for her.
The goat.
And that they were going to share it, right? And so she said,
Sounds like she's got their goat.
right? And she said, but you can't bring adults because the lady, when she was a kid, she was treated real badly by all the adults. So she ran out here into the hills, and she's been taking care of herself since. And sometimes our dad is really mean too, and so. So she feels bad for us, but she wants us to have a better life. So she's gonna help take care of us. But if she sees you, she doesn't like other adults, right? So.
Does a bird creature count as an adult?
What?
I mean, I am literally only 2 years old.
There you go. That's not an adult.
You are a walking bird that they've never heard of, never seen of, and so. You're wearing clothes, and you ask him that, do I count as an adult?
I mean, technically, you're younger than them.
I will say, I'm only 2 years old.
He looks at you and is like, is this your pet?
Yes.
Never met a talking bird pet before. I've heard of birds that can talk, but I thought they only could repeat stuff. Mm. Where are you in all
that
this?
were true.
Hey, scary lizard man.
Still
Where are
circle
you in
back.
all this? I mean, he kind of put up his thing to kind of get you to back off.
I want to roll animal handling on that.
Now we find out when he's going to be a barbarian. He wants you to roll animal handling on him. on
Keep
him.
him away from the kids.
The lizard.
Does Zephrov have a giant set of playing cards?
Yes. Does Zephyros
7?
have?
You have playing. Neither of you have playing cards?
No.
It's not
Okay.
something a star.
Neither of you have
Start.
dice or
No.
I rolled a 7. I
A
rolled bad.
7?
I take the staff.
Okay.
Try to fight through it.
That makes the girl scream again.
Good job.
No, it's a horse.
And I
like-
hear the scream and I'm like,
You-
no, no,
He's
no stick.
and he's like,
Crocodile smile.
she probably heard her screaming, and now she's never gonna show. You guys ruined this for us. You ruined this. And then both of them, like he's really fighting back tears. Really fighting back tears. She's crying, holding on to him, and he's like, I can't believe it. The worst of luck. Would you guys just get out of here?
So what do I hear of this going on?
You're
You
crying.
no stick. You
No
hear
stick, no stick.
you hear his. You hear him trying to.
And then I hear little kids crying.
And then you hear the screams twice. You hear the little girl screaming twice. And then you see,
Oh
you
God,
can
they're
see
killing the children.
You can see Audrey.
Adri.
Adri's over there, approaching him. They seem to,
Hi, Kadri.
Well, they're still screaming,
Well,
so they're
I
not dead.
would like to point out that
Yeah.
I have
It's
not
when the
reached
screaming stops that
maturity.
you have to be
I-
worried.
They're screaming, they're breathing, that's right.
Lizard folk reach maturity at 14. My character is still only 12. So
All right. So
So yeah, when they said no adults, again, these two don't count.
I was gonna say, me and the bird are kids.
Which was me alone. He said, "I'm 2. I'm not an adult. What don't you need to understand? Adults are stupid." She's right. Adults are stupid, and they always mess everything up. She's so right. You're only making a case for this person.
No.
You guys are doing great making a case for this person, right?
You know, something
So
about this doesn't seem right.
No joke, but yeah, yeah.
No, I say that to you.
I'm thinking a hag is coming.
That was my first
These
thought.
kids are dinner.
I'd like to pull aside.
Let me tell the story, folks. I know you can't help it. I know. I can't help it either when I'm the player.
I'd like to pull aside a few of our party members, whoever I can get discreetly, and say, I need to rest just a short while, but I can go in as like a dog to make sure that they're safe. Because he said he liked dogs.
How, so from the time the dwarves left
Yeah.
and then we landed, how long was that?
It would have been during the 5th watch.
Okay.
Okay. So the sun is setting. It is getting dark.
All right, good.
So would it have been time to get a short rest?
Well, I burned my wild shapes after we got here, both of them.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
So I
You
just,
guys would have had
I'm wondering
yours.
about
Yeah.
Oh.
let-
Yeah, you guys would have had short rest.
what about long rest?
No.
No.
Well, if it's treasure that you're seeking from the goat, maybe we can help you get it. But we should probably make sure it's safe first, that there's no magic.
Yeah. Oh,
So, would you like me to cast Detect Magic to make sure it's safe?
At that point, yeah, he's just gonna break down and cry. Like you've broken this boy. You've broken this boy. Like
Can I roll persuasion to try to calm the suit this
Yeah,
crying
I
child?
wanna
she
go
rolled a
over.
freaking 18. You can definitely try.
Yeah, I want to go over and
I mean,
console
I'll
him.
control.
Oh gosh!
Any
Wow.
step you take forward
I mean,
towards
I'm
them
done with.
is sends them backwards.
I'm surprised they haven't ran away yet.
I want to at least start crying.
They're surrounded.
I'm gonna cry too.
You're gonna
'cause they're
cry.
crying.
Okay.
That's a 9.
Listen, you. Listen. they're just crying. They've ruined it. They ruined it. She's never gonna show.
Alright, listen up.
And then,
Are you a big boy?
and then.
Are you a big boy? Big boys don't cry, so stop crying.
Can I intimidate him?
That really?
he,
Intimidation is not going to work in this situation.
you're gonna try to.
I'm gonna try to intimidate him because big boys don't cry. Stop crying.
All right.
While he's doing that, I'll start
I hope your pants fall
casting
down.
Detect Magic.
One.
That's 2 ones. That's a 13.
Okay, hang on.
Said one.
He grabs a rock and throws it at you.
Yay!
Oh! Natural 20!
You're gonna hit right in the temple and you're falling backwards unconscious.
2 damage!
That's so good, him.
Whack! He just smokes you right in the nose. Right in the nose. Right on the bridge, right? And just like, wow, this kid's got some, I mean,
He missed the
10,
first.
11-year-old boys who grew up in the country doing a lot
I'm
of
still
labor.
technically above that.
They got some toned
Well, it's
little
not
muscles.
tense, it's like
Whack! You got
full
tears
max.
in your eyes right now.
We could
Extra hit
train these
points.
guys.
Right? Yeah, he shows great potential, I'm telling you.
I still have temporary HP, so like.
So,
Okay, so just to move things forward, because it seems like we're kind of at a standstill, because you've not.
Alright, fine, I'll go check that out.
Take off on it.
I could suggest to our party that we hide in the bushes
Yeah,
and
fine,
stuff
let's do that.
if the lady does come,
Okay.
we can be there to help.
So you say that? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
As I'm detecting.
Sure. You want to detect magic?
Yeah, but I'm casting as a ritual.
Sure. So you guys are ready to go hide?
Yeah. To leave. They're leaving.
Well,
You're not here.
I know.
You don't
I
do
know.
that. No, you can suggest. You can
You
suggest.
should tell the kids you're leaving and go hide. And don't tell the kids you're there.
I don't know. I've kind of gotten their trust a little bit.
Yeah, but they've all lost it.
As he tries to intimidate him, he gets a rock in the
They
nose.
trust you.
Yes,
He does. I like
I'll,
this
try, I'll
kid.
try to sneak off and
Leave.
stealth it through some bushes over there. So that
Okay.
Got half a mind to
It's
launch
just a
scorching ray
Sorry.
into that boulder they're hiding behind.
Just to freak him out.
Yeah.
Is
I'll-
anyone
I'll-
gonna-
Send him packing.
I'll go behind that boulder there, and I'll be keeping an eye out.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 3 to stealth to try and hide in the
Yeah, give me a
bushes.
high.
Yeah.
He's just holding a twig in front of him.
Mine is gonna be really
If you want to hide, you need to crouch down.
Ooh, at disadvantage, I still got an 18.
Why are you disadvantaged?
Cause chainmail armor causes disadvantage on stuff.
I don't know. I just kind of imagine
hiding in
you
the bush.
crocodiling
Oh, is he hiding in the water?
with your head in the water, just sticking out.
Just
like
the eyes poking out.
Right? Yeah.
Where are you two?
Yeah, so where
I
are
think
you
I'm
going?
way
Yeah,
over.
that makes sense. I'll submerge in the water. But I'm assuming that my armor would still kind of be making a little sound as I.
Not if you're underwater.
Be muffled in the water.
Yeah,
Okay.
not underwater. You're underwater. You're not making.
Well, I rolled
Be
an
shiny,
18
though.
and a 19,
Where you
so whichever one.
I think that's a good spot where you put me.
Okay. Where are you going?
I'll go ahead
That's a
and
boulder.
I'll
No,
go
it
ahead
isn't. That's a bush.
hang out with Adries.
That's Boulder.
Okay. That's a boulder. Okay. Give me a high.
He's gonna come to my tree.
Okay. Give me a high.
18.
Okay.
It's a small bush.
You would have disadvantage because of your armor.
He's also
What'd you get?
10.
Okay.
Where's my other stealth is +2? Okay.
7.
6.
Oh wait, no,
These are the
sorry.
people who can't
6.
hide too.
So the lizard's
Where's my
stealthy,
stick?
and everyone else is not.
It was 18, but then he told me I had disadvantage, and it turns out it's 6.
Because his armor is also
Well,
very
okay.
quick.
He's the farthest away too.
Yeah.
Long shot.
Yeah.
It's fine. Sark rolled way worse.
yeah.
Like other
Well, it
things.
depends on
like-
on how the you'll know where this person's coming from. So
Sure.
I was gonna say the thing might be coming from your
we've been
direction.
deciding everything else with these dice.
So,
Might as well continue.
so from behind me, it slopes up, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. So. All right. So you guys kind of hide, and they're just like. He just looks over. He's like, "I can see you."
Can I try to hide again?
Terrible at this.
You don't help it. Go try again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, again, like, because it's you have time to figure it out.
Taking 20.
Go ahead and do it with advantage.
Okay.
Taking 10.
So, if you don't like your roll, you can re-roll.
Hmm?
You can re-roll.
I can
If you
reroll
don't
again.
like it.
Can I reroll to see if I
Whatever
get
you
like
just
a
did
20?
with advantage, that's what you're at. What'd you get?
11.
Spotted, you can just
13.
intimidate your way out.
Alright.
No,
I got 17.
Well, okay, so here we go. Boy, girl. Okay. They're like,
They're dying. We're just
they're
like,
like, they're sitting there just in defeat.
Also, I wouldn't be right there because every 15 minutes I do have to come up for a couple minutes to gather my breath, so I would probably be more like behind the statue. So,
In the meantime, we've since found a piece of paper, since this is a giant piece of paper, and we just made our own deck of cards.
Nice.
They're just paper cards.
Who made the cards?
Card being all artsy.
as far as we know, yeah, the bard is more the artist.
Okay, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
What else?
16.
You have marked a bunch of the cards, so you know what they are.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Usually I'm a lot better at this.
I'm throwing just enough that you're not getting any ideas.
Oh boy. So feel free to just do some roll-offs and see how much money you lose to her. She gets advantage if you want to do some betting.
Playing card trick.
Okay. Alright.
Meanwhile, back at the pond.
So meanwhile, back in the pond, they're just sitting there leaning up against the thing, dejected. You can hear him kind of whispering back and forth, and he kind of yells. He kind of says loud enough on purpose so that the people close by can hear. He's like, "We might as well just go home." I mean, we're already in trouble for being out this long, this late. We were counting on coming back with some good stuff, so they wouldn't be mad at us. We're already in so much trouble. So you hear them kind of talking back and forth about their options, like do they just leave? Do they just go home? Do you believe it?
Yeah, do I believe
I'm just gonna tell you,
going
we
home?
totally believe it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll.
I was gonna say, I'm
They are telling the
proficient
truth.
in insight, so I got.
Yeah. And then you hear a bark.
How long has it been at this point?
I heard her say something about a puppy, so.
Okay, I'm actually going to shapeshift into a dog at the hour point. Just a normal run-of-the-mill dog.
Okay. And
If I need to, yep.
okay. And you hear a bark coming from that direction.
Okay.
Okay. And you see a floppy-eared, medium-sized pup stick its head over the thing, kind of ooh, or whatever, and the little girl just gets up and just starts running right towards it, just like,
Oh, it's Flappy! It's Flappy! It's Flappy!
and the boy gets
That's
up.
a dog name.
The boy gets up and he kind of like hesitantly kind of glances over his shoulder, like he's really trying not to, you know, kind of. And he kind of starts walking up the hill, but she's ecstatic, and you can tell he's like, you know. And yeah, a little old woman pops over the corner with a staff. Just the sweetest little old, like she's kind of covered in rough, spun, you know, not nice stuff, not ugly either, you know. And she sees them and she just smiles, the biggest smile across her face. And so let's use. Man, I just love these doors. Doors are just my favorites, guys. There she is. And where's the puppy? Do you have a puppy?
I have a little old lady.
Do you have a little old lady? Let's do little old lady.
Little old lady.
We have a cat.
Yeah, we can use the cat.
Would you like this little old lady?
You do not have.
No, not that little lady. That's a scary little old lady. We'll just do this little old lady. And then the dog. So the dog runs down. She's kind of slowly peeking down. And the little girl runs forward. And he's kind of walking like this. Right?
And
And
I'm gonna start running up this side of towards me.
you just flat out start.
No, not flat out. Just a brisk pace. So 30 feet.
Okay?
They're gonna see you.
I'm also
Yeah.
going to head up
I need to roll to see what.
They're on top of a hill.
See, here's the thing. Yeah, I need to see if you can even see this.
Ah, okay.
She probably
Because
could
if you
look
can
at
see
you.
them, then they can see you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll to see what the moonlight is like outside.
Oh, so it's
Okay.
late now.
Oh yeah, it's nighttime. It was the sun
So
was
it's been
setting.
hours now.
Couple hours.
Should we go get
So I-
them now?
I've stolen all of your money already.
You know what? Actually, I will say after the first half hour, like,
Because it
because
takes
you know how
the giant
much.
long to get back.
Yeah, you know how much time they were gone, and then he zipped back, right? So I'm gonna say, yeah, it was just a half an hour, right? And then a half an hour passes and they don't return, and you could easily kind of start making your way over here. Do you guys want to come?
I do.
Yeah, let's go.
So, you guys, I'm just gonna say, you're kind of both creeping along quietly because you don't know what you're getting into.
want
I'm just
stealth
gonna
rolls?
say, you stealthed well, and you're coming up on this area as well. You remember hearing him say something about following the stream. You even ask him. He's like, "Yeah, just follow the stream, and you'll find them." At least where
On
I
my
left them.
footprints.
Yep. We got horse footprints. We got big, yeah, that's right. We got big giant footprints. So I'll just put you guys right here. Okay, so let me roll to see what the moon is like. Because otherwise, okay. So the moon is at it's.
Waxing, waning, full, new.
I don't know what waxing or waning even means.
It doesn't
Is it
matter.
getting bigger?
Is it getting bigger? Is it getting
quarter
smaller?
or more?
It is more than quarter. Yeah, it is more than half.
So it's
Which way? Is it getting
it's
bigger or
actually
getting
going to be
smaller?
it's going to be dim light, but once your eyes adjust to it, it's
Yeah.
actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
Is
So
it first
So-
quarter or third quarter?
When I see the girls start moving, when I see the girls
actually
start moving up the hill, I'm going to try and
okay.
come up
You're the
the
moon
water.
gator.
All right,
Come on,
so-
man.
So when you get okay, so she starts moving.
Yeah.
So the dog and the puppy are moving. This is where they're at. He's starting to follow. She's starting to run.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you make your move.
That's when I'm going to start coming up.
Okay. So you can see them, which means they're going to see you. Are you going to try to stealth?
No, I'm not going to. Well, I'm not going to try to make any noise, but
Well, then that's stealth.
All
So
right.
I need you to disadvantage roll.
I'm gonna be doing the same thing at stealth.
But he's a puppy.
well,
I am a dog, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, puppy. Come here, boy. Go get it. Go get it. Depending on how you stealth is going to depend on
You
what
wanna
happens
move
here
me?
next. Well, again,
Yeah.
you're going to start moving, but
Still quite a ways away.
all
Are
right.
these 10-foot hexes or 5-foot hexes?
5. These are 5.
Okay.
I got a pretty big problem. I'm on the other side of the river.
Afraid of getting
I
wet,
sure
are
did
we?
put you over there, didn't I? That was not on purpose, but I'm so glad it happened that way.
I bet it
Oh,
was
you
on
know what,
purpose.
guys? Okay. So. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. I opened it up and then I didn't even look at the number I needed. Okay. So. Because this is where we're going to. So. As you start moving out, what'd you get?
7.
Okay. So as you start moving, the old woman just zooms in on you. Like before she was kind of moving like an old woman, then suddenly she moves deftly, right? And then you catch the corner of her eye. And actually, no, I'm going to say the dog. The dog kind of sees you and starts growling. And that makes the little girl kind of slow down a little bit because the dog suddenly starts growling as you appear and start heading up or whatever. And first thing that, okay, yeah, so suddenly the old woman kind of crouches and then she suddenly starts to grow. And then in kind of a, it's really kind of weird, gross motion. The dog, like, kind of like folds in on itself,
Stands up.
and then whoop, starts reforming into this. Well, here, I'll show you.
Oh, out of character. I think I know what this is.
I'm not gonna say.
By the way, I'm barking
You're
because, you know, that's what a dog would do. So I'm trying to actually, like, pretend
Yeah.
like I am a dog.
You're about to hear the little girl scream again.
Yeah.
Um,
Are we in visual side yet?
First, yeah, you're all just gonna see this. That's what you see come out. That's what the woman turns into.
Oh, she's an anise hag.
And it's time.
I was right, it was a hag.
Okay? You were right, it was a hag.
It's down. Below you. I got it.
So now you want to grab the
Okay?
ugly old lady?
Now the dog's friend
You're a little far, aren't you?
turns into that.
Oh.
A troll?
Roll.
Trolls can shapeshift?
They can when the hag makes them change.
They can when Jeff's the DM.
No, they could. She could totally have something that allows polymorph. Guys, come on now. Right. There's the troll. Yeah, I know.
So, are we going to have this encounter
And
now?
folks, that's where we're gonna end it.
Oh.
That's where we're gonna end it. We're gonna
I'll bring
suddenly a hag, and she yells to the troll, "Get the kids!"
Hey, I
And the
told
troll
you there'd
just
be
starts
dinner.
running towards, and we're gonna roll initiative when we come back.
Alright.
See if we can save the kiddos.
So I'll bring my troll and my Annis hag.
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure.
Thank
Yeah,
you
man.
so much for joining us. Before we got to the next part, because the next part, I didn't want to start the next part halfway through. I wanted to start the next part with a full encounter, so we're going to have some fun with this. We might have some more fun with some other things. Because when you guys get to Tribor, we have something, again, I hope if you've read it, you kind of know what's coming, but if you haven't, there's something really, really unique. I've never seen it done before. I've never ran it before this way either, so we got something fun. I want to make sure that we get to start the session on that moment. And so, so we'll probably get to Tribor not next week, but the week after, just so you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to dig in. This, in my opinion, these books are just a guide, but ultimately, like the ultimate goal, we'll get there, but character development, moments have just fun, like we're just trying to do, and yeah. So
Why do we need to get through it quickly?
we are not.
Yeah.
My campaigns run a lot slower than everyone else's. I mean, it took us 2 years. 2 years to get through the Order of the Dragon Queen and Tiamat, because we stop and have fun, and experience stuff, and yeah. And whenever you guys want to talk and make up, you guys are doing cards and playing, making up cards and stuff.
Don't worry, I beat the pants off of him.
You absolutely
repeatedly.
did. Absolutely did.
No, we reset and rolled for it, and
Did
I
you?
beat the pants off of him.
Okay, good.
I
Good.
hope
You went
that
twice?
tower's still there when we're done
3
with
times.
this.
Of like 12.
Oh.
3 times not 12.
3 to 12 ain't bad.
All right, so thank you for joining us. We really, I know we're having a good time. We're having a lot of fun, getting to know these characters a little bit more, and just running into fun little dangers. And yeah, we got a couple little kids that this hag is hoping to turn into some sort of a purse. So I think you guys can save them. I really do. We're gonna have some fun though. Please follow us. Please, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, get the bell on, like, comment, send us comments. Man, we just love getting to interact with you guys. And thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Y'all come back now.